What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of The Wiley Show. Please, if you want to be notified when we go live, we have the number. It is available where you can text me at 773-641-8742. Text that number and you will be notified when I go live. So shout out to, we got a couple of folks already signed up and we are sending you the videos when we upload and when we go live. And then if you say, hey, I don't get no more messages, you just text the word stop and we will stop sending you the messages. So again, you can text me at 773-641-8742. That is the number. And I will send you anytime we go live because we know people are not getting a notification like they should. So I'm going to do my part by personally texting you when I go live. And that number again is 773-641-8742. Welcome subscribers. Welcome people that will see this video for the first time. A lot of stuff that we have to discuss, in this video. We're going to definitely dive into it. Let us first talk about Larry Reid. We did our research on this story, this Larry Reid story. We did our research on Bishop Bernard Jordan, his interview that he did with William McCray. We're going to dive into that and talk about it because I wanted to get all the details when it comes to stuff like that. And I just want to just dive into it. Why not? Because I was up last night. I took my medicine and I said I was up, took my Zyprexa. And, I was up just still doing my research on what was being said. And I said, hey, I'm going to do my research. So the Christian Post had an article that was released February the 27th, 2026. And I want to read the headline and I'm going to read the article. It said, Pastor Justin Edwards denied close relationship with Bishop E. Bernard Jordan, said he was contract laborer. Justin D. Edwards, senior pastor of the Holy Cross Baptist Church South in Chicago, Illinois, has denied having a close, personal, unpaid relationship with televangelist Elijah Bernard Jordan, better known as Archbishop E. Bernard Jordan. He insisted he was a contract laborer for the New York City minister. Edwards' statements made in a recent interview with the Christian Post comes as Jordan, a married father of 5, filed a defamation lawsuit seeking at least $80 million, naming Edwards' media personality Larry Reid and several YouTubers and others for allegedly using illicit telephone recording to make defamatory comments accusing him of abuse and questioning his sexuality. The alleged close personal relationship between Jordan, who is the founder of Zoe Ministries in Manhattan, and Edwards, who is installed as pastor of the Holy Cross Baptist Church South some 3 years ago, is presented as a key driver of the events that led up to the illicit telephone recording made on November 4th, 2025, that are at the center of the lawsuit. When asked about specific quotes from the lawsuit, the nature of his relationship with televangelist Edwards insisted to CP that he was hired to serve as Jordan chief adjudicate. In Chicago, he was paid for that service. Quote, I understand that he's paying for verbal gain to cover himself, Edwards told the Christian Post. Thus, I understand the term of conversation. Everything was exchange. I was a contract laborer. I'm not a member of Zoe Ministries. I've never been a member of Zoe Ministries. So any exchange between he and I was per conversation. Jordan also claimed that he and Edwards has a close personal relationship that did not involve coercion, compensation, or any exchange of value. Quote, when it becomes apparent that Edwards' motivations were financial and inconsistent with the plaintiff's values and boundaries, plaintiff ceased communication. Read the lawsuit, which was transferred to the U.S. District Court for the District of New Jersey last Friday by a Manhattan federal judge for the lack of jurisdiction. At no time did the plaintiff compensate Edwards for the intimacy or engage in prostitution, solicitation, or any transactional sexual conduct. Any financial assistance the plaintiff provided was charitable and pastoral in nature. Edwards gained access to the plaintiff through position of trust, proximity created by the plaintiff ministerial role. The filing claimed that Jordan provided limited financial assistance to Edwards and his spouse, including covering a vehicle payment when they lacked reliable transportation necessary for ministry work. Jordan also retained and paid for legal counsel for Edwards' son when he became involved in a legal matter. These actions was undertaken fanatically and an extension of pastoral care after Edwards revealed that his true intentions plaintiff discontinue and terminate all such assistance to law school states. When asked what exactly Jordan paid for, he applied time, talent, availability, my building. I pastored a church in Chicago. He served as a co-facilitator in administration. There were a number of different things. So yes, there was exchange financially on both ends. My church paid him to do multiple things in terms of teaching, preaching, instruction. So yes, it was a conversation, he said. He insisted he was not paid for any sexual favor. Now, if you refer to if there were any exchange for conversation sexually, no. There were never any exchange, request, or demand financially or any sexual exchange. The married father said, I don't know what that came from. I don't know why he even included this in the conversation. I have never said that or suggested that. While stating that Jordan made some financial contributions to his church for ministry purposes, Edwards maintained that Jordan was not a benefactor of his family. He did not financially support myself, my family, or my church. He made charitable contributions to my church in reference to the post to the Christian Post about a car, etc. He never purchased me a car, however, because he's in Chicago. He needed to drive in a certain vehicle while in transportation of him. He said Joy Ministry agreed to pay the car note based upon the years he was supposed to be in Chicago. As relates in the relationship with Bishop Jordan and I were colleagues in the ministry, and he was not my mentor. I never claimed him to be my pastor. None of those things. I was contract laborer at best. District Judge ordered Jordan lawsuit to be transferred last Friday because the alleged defamatory comments were made against the televangelist in New York. The recordings of the telephone conversation issue lawsuit were made while Jordan was allegedly in New Jersey. In addition of Edwards and Reid, who operate Larry Reid Live show based in Georgia, Jordan lawsuit defendants Texas pastor Calvin Blake Sr. They also got Conscious TV. They also got the Mad Church Disease YouTube channel in California. They also got the Tice Report, who operates the YouTube channel the Tice Report in Georgia. They also got James, a show guest, Kendall Peacock. They got Shamako and Tin, John, and Jane Doe, who were yet to be identified. Jordan accused Reid. Now get into this. Bishop Bernard Jordan accused Reid, Edwards, Blake of violating the Federal Wiretap Act and the Racketeering, Influence, and Corruption Organization, the RICO Act. He also accused Reid, Edwards, and other YouTubers of defamation per se. Okay. The lawsuit further alleged civil conspiracy charges against Reid, Edwards, and Blake, along with intentional infliction of emotional distress, charge against all defendants for pushing a narrative that questioned his sexuality, accused him of sexual abuse, grooming, and targeting young boys. Jordan alleged that on November 4th, 2025, Edward initiated multiple telephone conversations from Illinois with him while he was in New Jersey, approximately 3:58 that day. The lawsuit claimed Edward called Jordan and had a conversation lasted approximately 1 hour and 2 minutes. During the call, Edwards allegedly sent Jordan a photograph of himself with Reid and stated that a story was allegedly being prepared about him and denied any involvement. Jordan alleged that the call quickly became confrontational and hostile, and he told Edward he was ending their relationship due to Edward's conduct and inappropriate language. At approximately 9:55 p.m. that day, Edwards initiated a call to Jordan, which lasted approximately 18 seconds. Around 9:56 p.m., Edwards made another phone call to Jordan that lasted approximately 45 minutes. Jordan alleged that this is the call that was secretly recorded. During the 9:56 p.m. call, defendant Edward merged defendant Reid into the call without disclosing Reid's presence and without obtaining the plaintiff's consent. For the entirety of the call, plaintiff was unaware that Reid was present or recording the conversation. The lawsuit states defendant Reid was since admitted that he was located in Dubai, that he merged the call by defendant Edward without plaintiff knowledge or consent. They recorded the conversation without plaintiff knowledge or consent. Reid admitted that he recorded plaintiff's conversation with Edward. It adds the lawsuit then states in a statement that Reid allegedly made a public broadcast on October 15, 2025, before the November call. And this is what it's a quote here from Larry. There's someone else that has came to me by night that were not coming to me to be messy, but because they were lied to, they thought they could come to me about their truth and the truth of my former mentor. I recorded every conversation and told them I recorded that every conversation, Reid states. Jordan says that Reid made even more explicit admissions about the recording in private members-only broadcasts. Quote, it's on audio. It's on audio. Reid notes, I can tell my truth about what I was told by Justin. I can tell that he can tell another story or edit the story about the audio, verify what I'm saying. The plaintiff accused Edwards and Reid of coordinating the November 4th call and subsequent recording in advance with the intent of capturing plaintiff private communication for later use. They recorded plaintiff's private conversations, and then it was sent to promote false narrative concerning plaintiff's sexual orientation, alleged criminal conduct, and financial. And also, that's what the lawsuit pretty much said. So I did some more research. I read the Christian Post. Then I went over there to Bishop Bernard Jordan with William McCrae. Now, when I listened to the William McCrae interview, William McCrae said, "Oh, it was obtained up legally." That's what Bishop Jordan was saying, and I kept saying, as a journalist, what was on the recording? Oh, it doesn't matter. It was illegally obtained. That's what William McCrae told me personally when I went over there to his live. Then, if you go to a certain part of the video, Bishop Bernard Jordan said that he was in his bedroom. Pastor Edwards, another pastor, a married pastor, was in his bedroom, and they was doing kung fu fighting. He was teaching him kung fu, and Pastor Edwards was on top of Bishop Jordan. That's what Bishop Jordan said. They was doing some kung fu. He was teaching some karate kung fu moves in his bedroom. And I'm sitting here, what married man is bringing another man that's supposed to be straight, these supposed to be straight people, in there doing karate moves, and they on top of each other? So put a pause on that. So I went over there to Larry Reid live. Yes, I did. I went over there to Larry Reid live. He did a breakdown. He said it's not true that Bishop Bernard Jordan was saying, how did you like when you was on top of me? Did you get on hard? That's what pretty much allegedly was what in Larry's words were trying to groom Pastor Edwards. That's what he said. He think it was grooming. Then other people were saying allegedly that it was some type of love hunching involved. Now, he said he got some stuff that can back it up in the recording. Now, what gets me with this, number one, is like people are trying to weaponize homosexuality. And I don't like that. But what I will say is these people is married. Bishop Bernard Jordan is married. So is Pastor Edwards. And only people that should be concerned about what they do in the bedroom is their wives. And also God, because they are the men of the cloth. And according to the scripture, it does speak against that lifestyle. According to God's word, it speaks against that lifestyle. So they just having this conversation. Then I went over there to Vincent. He's a former employee of Larry Reid. He told Bishop Bernard Jordan that about him being gay. He told Bishop Bernard Jordan, "Oh, I'm gay." And he said Bishop Bernard Jordan told him, "Just go on and get married to a woman. You need to be married." Why would you get married to a woman and you gay? That don't make no sense. But you have some pastors that will instruct people, just go and get married. It'll work through. No, it won't. Only thing that's going to call for that woman a lot of heartache and pain, because she can never fully have the full presence and heart and love of that man, because his interest is in another man. Now, what make this very entertaining, Bishop Bernard Jordan went over there with William McCrae. Now, William McCrae wanted the recording, and Larry said, no, I don't trust you. But Larry, I'm playing devil advocate. You was the one that brought William McCrae on your platform. But now you said that William McCrae is using your mentor. He ain't used your mentor. Your mentor is educated. Bishop Bernard Jordan wrote multiple books. If he get manipulated by William McCrae, he needs to sit on down. Now, how can you, I'm just going to say this, how can you be God's prophet and you kung fu fighting with another man allegedly saying y'all supposed to be hunching, allegedly? How are you God's prophet and you married? In the Bible, it's clear that it speaks against adultery and fornication. So you see this, and it's very disturbing, and it's so sad that Bishop said his wife is a guy. I don't blame her. She needs to be in counseling because this is a mess. And it's all on the internet. And then I'm like, Bishop Bernard Jordan, why are you over there with William McCrae? William McCrae got sued multiple times because he was trying to extort a pastor of a story saying, you better send me this $10,000, allegedly, or I'm going to put this recording out. Or I'm going to write this story about you. So that's where you over there on his side. And then when I went to William McCrae Live, I knew that he don't care about believing Bishop Bernard Jordan. He's just going to take his side because he knows Bishop Bernard Jordan is going to send him some donation. And this whole lawsuit, now I don't believe there's going to be a RICO because Larry showed a receipt that he was in, I believe he said Atlanta. Then he said in the recording, Pastor Edwards said he was in Dallas. It's on the recording. And that's why I was saying to the audience, it's very important. I'm going to say it to y'all now. It's very important that they release the recording so everybody can hear what was said on that recording. Obviously, it was some nasty, hanky-panky stuff on there because Bishop Bernard Jordan is trying to do damage control. And what happened was he didn't control the damage. He caused more damage. Now, if it's true by the receipts that Larry showed, I do believe Larry was in Atlanta. And in Georgia, correct me if I'm wrong, that's a one-party recorded state. In Texas, that is also a one-party recorded state. So the lawsuit ain't going nowhere. That's why it's no RICO criminal charges of the Wiretap Act, because there was no criminal things that's going on. If it was, they would have filed charges. But you're just doing an interview doesn't make it what you're saying is true. You have to look at all sides of the argument here. And as of right now, Larry Reid have not been arrested. Larry Reid have not been fingerprinted. Larry Reid have not been indicted. I just believe that Bishop Bernard Jordan is embarrassed that he was flirting with a man, saying some stuff with a man, he's married, and now all his dirty laundry is coming to the forefront. But this is not the first time people question Bishop Bernard Jordan, what he liked to do in the bedroom. Conscious TV actually interviewed two people that was former members of the Zoe Ministries. That is Bishop Bernard Jordan Ministries. And they were saying that, yes, we knew that Bishop Bernard Jordan was gay and that he was living a double life. That's what they said. So it's like, I don't think if Bishop Bernard Jordan say he gay, yes, he will lose some opportunities in some of the church and more so the conservative church, but the progressive church that believe in gay churches and stuff like that, he can still get bookings and stuff like that. But let's be clear. I didn't know who Bishop Bernard Jordan was if it wasn't for Larry Reid Live. Per my research, Bishop Bernard Jordan was really blackballed in the church. Nobody wanted to fool with him. Larry brought him up out of the gutter of nobody talking about him. He was pretty much not a topic of conversation. And he started to bring Bishop Bernard Jordan on the show. Bishop Bernard Jordan and his son they definitely had a strained relationship. So Larry Reid was the mediator in that and got them both back as father and son. Really had them to rekindle and get back together as father and son. So to have that relationship, Larry was a part of that. So now, and then Larry also admitted that he gave, listen to this, y'all, Bishop Bernard Jordan $3 million, up to $2 to $3 million in total. I said that's a lot of money. Sure. That's a lot of money. Then Larry said that nobody was served with the lawsuit. He said he wasn't served. He said Conscience wasn't served. Other people weren't served. But then they said Conscience was talking about the conversation. But this is the thing also too. Um, it's when I look at this case, I am immediately thinking about the innocent victims in this. And who is that? These wives. Because their husbands is acting up, getting on phone calls, cussing each other out, doing kung fu fighting, getting on top of each other. And these wives have to hear this. And I don't think Bishop Bernard Jordan's wife would leave. She'd been there too long. She probably already knew he liked to play both sides. And she probably said, I'm too up in age to try to move on and rebuild my life, everything in his name. And I don't want to go through that drama and then the church turning against me. I don't want to do that at all. I don't want to do that at all. So I'm going to just go ahead and mind my business and move on with my life, and just stick with my man. That's what I say about it. But if this go to trial, I don't think this is going to go to trial. It would be a waste of money. And if he was serious, he would have been served all of them with the lawsuit. No, as of today of this recording of this live broadcast, nobody was served with the lawsuit. So is this a scare tactic because you're trying to embarrass Larry Reid on the internet? It's not going to work. Number one, Larry Reid is more charismatic than Bishop Bernard Jordan. When Bishop Bernard Jordan talked, he used word salad. He talked slow. And he want to put in spirit. He want to get spiritual and all that. Larry is messy. He's a very effective communicator, and people love what he stands for. Okay, some people call him a psychic, not a prophet. It is what it is, and he built a solid foundation. I just don't want people to blame Larry for something he didn't do. I personally believe that, according to the receipts that was presented to us and to me, that I believe Larry was in Georgia. Per his evidence showing the boarding pass in the flight, the boarding pass that proved that he was in Atlanta. So with that being said, Georgia, and correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, I want y'all to hear me and thumbs up this video. Thumbs up this video. According to the law, Georgia is a one-party recorded state, meaning Larry is within his legal duty to record it because you only need one party consent of the recording. He the one party, he gives himself the consent. So per the law of Georgia, the state of Georgia, he didn't do nothing wrong. And the recording didn't even come out publicly. We only getting hearsay here and there. So I'm asking Larry personally, send me the recording so I can hear it. I'm not going to release it. I just want to hear what was said on that recording so I can give people the play-by-play what was on the recording. But according to Larry, he have multiple. Somebody type in the chat, multiple recordings. He have multiple recordings. According to Larry Reid got multiple recordings. And these supposed to be pastors. You know how messy that is to get recorded? So that means when you record, you already building up receipts. You already building up receipts. They said, how you going to judge Candy Singer? What is that you can do? And who are you looking? Oh, you talking about that? We ain't talking about no Candy. We talking about Larry Reid. And Larry Reid can sing better than Candy. I was on Michelle ATL's show last night, and they've been dragging me last night because I said Candy can't sing. And that ain't number Candy in the chat. That ain't number Candy in the chat. If you want to defend Candy, come on, call in. Come up to the stage. Let me send you the number. I said Candy can't sing. Larry Reid can sing better than Candy. Let me put a pin on that. Let me drop that number in there, and you can defend Candy. That ain't nothing but Candy in the chat or one of her defenders, one of her team members. and stuff like that. Anytime you criticize Candy, the trolls come in the chat, but we welcome you. Good morning. Good morning to y'all that's in the chat. So back to Larry. So the whole situation with Larry, I don't think Larry did anything wrong. They said, why they keep mixing God into this mess? We all know God is against that. God made man and female, and so to women when it man and women without going through all the stuff women body go through. It is really sad because I do feel sad for the wives. You know, they're innocent. They're innocent in this, and their husbands is just acting up. And I've always said this. Why is a prophet on a show with a man that wear nails and that's into gossip, into mess? Google William McCrae and Google the stories he have said about pastors from Kojic, from Baptist, from Lutheran, from Methodist. He have exposed a lot of pastors, extorted a lot of pastors, and that is who Bishop Bernard Jordan is going over. William McCrae don't have a massive brand like Larry Reid. Larry Reid have built a massive online audience. When it comes to church gossip and church entertainment news, the number one black media personality is Larry Reid. Now, I will give credit to William McCrae because William McCrae was the first to do it, but he damaged his reputation because a lot of lawsuits, they shut his website down, so he lost a lot of momentum. So what he's trying to do is get back into the conversation and take Larry Reid's spot. But you can't take Larry Reid's spot. He solidified his spot. He built a massive Patreon audience, which give millions of dollars to him. He accumulated millions of dollars. He have his mentee over there with that wig. He have a growing platform, get more views than William McCrae. So William McCrae is trying to get back into the conversation, and he's trying to buddy up with Bishop Bernard Jordan, but it's not going to work because Bishop Bernard Jordan, from my understanding, they said he ain't got it like that. I went over to his platform, to Zoe Ministry. Them views is like the views I get over here. How is it just a massive ministry and you can't crack 1,000 views in your live? So people left him. Now, he was getting a big chunk of an audience when he was with Larry Reid. It's no lie. I'm not trying to be messy. I'm just giving you facts. Once the relationship broke up and once Bishop Bernard Jordan started going over there with Trump, Larry Reid ended the relationship. And a lot of people withdrew their support from Bishop Bernard Jordan because his relationship joining MAGA. This is legend. And Bishop Bernard Jordan said, I never told nobody who I voted for, but you was over there at the White House. So the optics look messy. They was over there in the White House singing with them white folks that want to take black rights away, that believe in Project 2025 with their Holy Bible. And he was saying, I ain't vote for Trump. I never told y'all who I voted for. By your actions is given that you support MAGA. And that's why Larry Reid said, I am ending the relationship. And Larry ended that relationship. And people said, oh, I only follow Bishop Bernard Jordan because of you, Larry. Since you ended the relationship, I'm going to withdraw the support too. And then some of Bishop Bernard Jordan members left. And guess what they joined? Take a guess. Paul, guess who they joined? They joined Larry Reid Ministries. Yes, they did. They went over there and joined Larry Reid Ministries. Yes, I did vote for Trump. And I didn't lie and try to act like I didn't. Yes, I did vote for Trump. Do I regret the vote? I mean, I've already did it, so there's no need for me to regret the vote. I know to do better the next time because he did good with immigration. I'm with it, and there's other parts I just don't agree with. So the next election, I will not be voting for Trump. Trump won't even be on the ballot. I won't vote for people that believe in those MAGA values and the way they do the economy. I don't believe in that. So the next time around, I will be voting for a candidate that do put working class and first, and help rebuild the middle class and help make people from the low income to get into the middle class and the high earning positions. I will be voting for those type of politicians. I won't be voting for a MAGA type of person. So no. So I did vote for Trump, absolutely, but I didn't make presented that, oh, I didn't vote for Trump, I'm with the Democrats, and then try to lie and say, oh, I didn't vote for Trump because you're trying to save face. Yes, I did vote for Trump, absolutely. It's using the word regret. You could say that, but I made a decision. I voted for him, but due to all these economic policies and the war that we got in Iran, it's terrible. I don't agree with it. So that next election, I will be voting for some great candidates, and I do see some Democrats, some independents that I do like, and I will be. I will let you know my endorsement at a later date. So you ain't spilling my tea. I already spilled it, and I kept my videos up. So you know what I'm saying. I kept it up. So I'm not gonna try to act like I didn't vote for him because I did. And then if you ask me why, it's because I agree with the MAGA when it came to immigration. I agree. Massive deportation. President Obama did massive deportation, and I believe in massive deportation. I believe people should come in this country legally. That's what I believe. But these economic policies, I don't agree with. Affecting people on social services, getting them on social services that need these social network services, I don't agree with just removing these people because they need it. If you're on food stamp, it's because you need it. If you're on Medicaid, it's because you need it. If those programs end, how you be able to get your medication? Hello. So I don't agree with that. But of course, when he was running, he did not say he was going to end these programs, get people off these programs. He said he's going to bring down gas, food price. As you can see, I went to the grocery store. Food prices is high and gas is high. In some parts of the country, energy light bill is high as well. Okay. Well, yes. Okay. You didn't only vote. You were out there campaigning for him. I did. I absolutely did. I did campaign for President Trump. I will agree with that. I wasn't part of the campaign, and I want people to feel like they hired me. I just did it on my own accord as a private citizen. I was out there campaigning for Trump. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, I did it, and Trump won. So that let me know my campaigning works. When I endorse a candidate, they win. So I will be making some other endorsements, and I will be campaigning for some other candidates, and I will let you know my endorsements at a later date. I will let you know. You ain't spelling my tea, okay? All right. It's really good. Good morning. Good morning. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Are y'all enjoying the show so far? Let me know in the chat. Are y'all enjoying the show so far? They said, what was the song you made for Trump? Oh, I love Donald Trump. He is the sweetest name I know. That's power in the name of Trump. He is the sweetest name I know. Trump. Yeah, I did a whole song for Trump. I did. I give it. Y'all ain't gonna let me lay that down. I did it. I did it. Somebody said you was doing the most on Michelle's stream last night. When I am the most, I'm entertaining. So what, you want me to be boring over there? I gave my opinions. Yeah, I'm gonna say this, audience. So people that just joining in, I went over there to Michelle ATLN show, and I hit the link. She was talking about Candy. I said Candy is a terrible mother. I also said Candy can't sing. And guess what? I stand on it. And if you disagree, you can call in and tell me. But I still love you. Ain't nothing you can do about it. So I'm guessing he's not the man anymore. No, he's not the man anymore. Okay. They said because the back door is only made for bacteria to come. Oh, okay. I can't believe I understand what you say. I'm not gonna get too deep involved into that. Again, live your life how you want to live it. I'm not gonna judge, but I will criticize and I will judge because I'm human. I don't think that if you want to be with a man, fine. That's your choice. That is your right. But if you marry, I think you should let your wife know that you got activities with a man on the side. And it's up to that wife to make a decision whether she want to stay or go. Sometimes these wives be knowing because you got that woman intuition. You know it. And you just sometimes you get complicit or be like, oh, I don't want to say nothing because I don't want to miss out on the financial backing of my husband. There is some women that is married to gay man. They married to it. Ain't nothing they can do. They got stuck. You know, when you're in a relationship, you've been in there for 30 years. It's hard for you to get up and leave. Most women just like, I ain't leaving. I'm too old to start over. I'm too old to start over. So they ain't gonna leave. It's embarrassing though, because we all read about this, and then when we go to church, we gonna look at Bishop Jordan, the wife, and say, "Ooh, shit, something wrong with her." You know how church people they messy. Ooh, she with a man that allegedly was getting in with another man, kung fu fighting with another man in the bedroom. The same bedroom you in there with your wife, you got another man in there, and y'all doing some kung fu fighting. Who? That doesn't even sound right. That sounded like a whole lie. That didn't sound right. It looked like he was trying to chat GPT a response, and he put, when me and Pastor Edwards, I was teaching him some kung fu fighting, and he just so happened to get on top of me because when you're doing karate and combat, you get on your back. I said, "No, player, you should have kept that to yourself. That don't sound right. That don't sound right, baby. You in your 60s and you up there teaching somebody to do some kung fu fighting. Why y'all couldn't go to a gym and do that? Why I gotta be in your bedroom on your bed?" But according to Larry, it's some messy grooming allegations on the recording. That's what Larry said. And we know Larry is messy. We know that Larry record phone calls. He built his platform recording phone calls and leaking it to his audience on Patreon. Do y'all forget? The Bible said, know them that labor among you. You better know these people. The truth shall make you free. His truth is he built a platform en masse. And he put God in there and prophecy in there. But the foundation, in order for him to have this massive platform, it was built on what? Mess. Stinky mess and gossip. And then he added, God, do per his pastoral experience, he used that to get people to join his ministry. But he never abandoned his mess. He don't just talk about Jesus. He don't just talk about Paul. He don't just talk about the 3 Hebrew boys. That man talk about mess. Then you go on that Patreon paying a fee, they will give you some prophecy. I call it profit. P-O-R-F-I-T. Prophecy. And y'all ain't gonna get that deep prophecy from them unless you give it about $10 to $15, $20,000. You ain't gonna get no prophecy, you don't donate no money. You ain't getting that Patreon unless you donate. You gotta pay a fee. That ain't free. And then you gotta tell he got a lot of people that's paying, because he said in total he gave Bishop Jordan more than $2 million. Do you know how much money that is? In my lifetime, I didn't see no $2 million. That man garnered that in some cases in a month because he built a big platform on Patreon. Then he told his people, donate $9.88. New people be donating. I'm going to tell y'all to donate $9.88. I'm going to give me a ministry. Yes, I am. I'm going to go get my pastoral license on the internet. And I'm going to be a good pastor. Do I believe God called me into the ministry? I'm going to give me my license. And I'm going to set up me an online ministry church. We're going to get a 501c3. And yeah. And do right, prophesy, pray, because I already do it for free. I say I need to monetize so I can get paid. I don't want to be broke and stuff like that. Shoot, and I'm gonna get up on here since we got 61 people. Donate $61 to the cash app. That's $ Wiley Show 1990, and God gonna bless you. Do it. He will bless you because you sow into good ground. He will bless you. Donate that $64 to the cash app, and don't come up here criticizing because you ain't got it. Just say I'm broke, and I'm gonna pray for you that God give you the money, and you send your 10% over here to the Wiley Show. Hey, shout out to Baha. Glory! I felt that right there and there. I felt that. Somebody right there. I felt that. Hey, shout out to Baha. Glory! Oh! I felt that. So it's so good to see y'all in here in the chat. It's so good. Now, I was being messy. I ain't gonna lie. So Armon Wiggins did a live. Uh-oh. He did a live. And so I go over there. I said, what is Armon Wiggins talking about today? So he did a live talking about Tasha K and a DO Whisperer. And he said the DO Whisperer said he's about his medication. And then Armon said, well, Tasha K probably think he want to take his, the 3 letters, the House of Virginia medication, allegedly. He said that Tasha K is using him for financial gain. That Tasha K is putting him on that app for financial gain. Then he said he believed that deal was got some type of mental problems. I believe he said that too. And I will tell you this. Tasha K did use the DO Whisperer. That ain't no lie. Ain't no rack. You don't need to be no rocket scientist to figure that out. She literally had somebody call him in jail, and Armon even said that he don't even think that he's being recorded. I disagree. I believe he knew he was being recorded. Because he think that they with me, they're gonna donate all his money. None of that. That man's still locked up. Tasha got some good, powerful lawyers. Then send him that way in Georgia to help him. He's still in jail and he's going to trial. So it's no telling when he's gonna get out. You know what I'm saying? He may be in jail for that 1 year until that restraining order is over. He gonna lose his house, all that. It's just sad. But again, it's sad, but you have to live by your consequences. You did a crime, you have to do the time. I did a crime, I did the time. And he lost, he's gonna lose everything. He's gonna have to rebuild. I do believe he can because he still have a massive platform. As long as he got that massive platform and really handle it with care, doors can open up for him. I think he still could talk about DO man. I don't think he need to be aggressive pulling up to people's houses per his experience with T.S. Madison. You know how that ended. You ended up in jail, so you can't do that. So you got to be very strategic how you move. You know what I'm saying? Be very strategic. And so T.S. Madison ain't playing. She threw the book. She said she is going to be a white woman and file them charges. He definitely going to do that. I understand what Angela Stanton King said. I get it. When it's another man involved, you ain't got that same energy. But when it's a woman involved, you want to argue and cuss them out. I get that, I understand. But Angela Stanton King, how would you feel if somebody pull up to your house? You won't feel right. Right? It's sad. Pull up to people's house, you want to do harm, then you threaten, you saying all this word. Not only that, you just said stuff on the internet, you took it off the internet and drove to T.S. Madison home. And according to T.S. Madison, he stayed about an hour or two away from where T.S. Madison lived. So that means you had a lengthy amount of time to change your mind and do an about face and go back to your home and not go to T.S. Madison house. Okay? Again, folks, you hear me. When you get a restraining order, that is serious. That is civil. But if you violate that restraining order, it could become criminal. He violated an order. He violated a stay away order, and the courts got it right by keeping him in jail because he violated an order from the judge. Now, some judge will give you a warning and let you go. This judge ain't playing. So you have to understand which judge in the county this is in. This is in a white Republican county. And that judge threw the book and said no bond. So now he's going to have to go back to the drawing board, have his lawyer to file a motion, and to try to get the judge to reconsider bail. And might have to file an appeal to appeal that decision. But you will have to pay for that if you have private counsel. So it's up to DL Whisperer to get the right order. I personally, and I agree with what Arman was saying, I personally agree that the DL Whisperer need to stop talking to Tasha K. Tasha K ain't a friend. She not a friend of you, brother. No, she not a friend. Tasha K is using you for clout, coins, building her platform. I agree with what Arman Wiggins was saying. Yes, she's making more money having DL Whisperer in jail than on the outside. She got paid triple. She interviewed him, got paid. Now she exploiting him while he behind bars. But the DL Whisperer supposed to be so educated, and he know the spirit of DL man and how they move and how they smell and how they walk, but don't know the spirit of a liar like Tasha K. Say man or say ouch. Don't know the spirit of a liar. You should have called me. I would have told you Tasha K is a liar. She only cared about herself. She don't even care about her family. Because if she did, she wouldn't have gotten her family in a $4 million lawsuit, adding all that stress and sending her son to Africa to learn all these languages. And he's so confused, per her words, the boy can't read. That's per Tasha K words. She's so busy reading other celebrities and dragging it, and her son can't read. Why did you say that, Wiley? Because she said it out of her mouth. She's so busy worried about DL Whisperer, T.S. Madison, and then her son can't read. Because mama too busy being messy. Mama too busy trying to build a gossip blog. Yes, she did. She made the same $65,000 story made off your name. Absolutely. She ain't stunned what he talking about. They just like me, I'm in jail, and I'm calling Storm. He ain't gonna do nothing but monetize off of it. I ain't calling none of them bloggers. Only one person I talked to, Katie, and she ain't bring none of that mess to me. God didn't allow her to do it. Because God said, you ain't about to bring this mess to my son, to my child, and behind bars, get him caught up in some mess. Not gonna happen. And Katie said, I didn't even think to even tell you. Because that was none but God. Hey! Woo! Nothing but God. She I didn't even think to tell you. Only thing she slipped out and said, well, you know, everybody talking about Milagro Grams and Megan Thee Stallion lawsuit. She sued Milagro Grams. That's the only thing she said. But stuff concerning me in my case, she ain't bring that up. God didn't allow it. It wasn't even on her heart. Say amen and say ouch. Say amen and say ouch. Say amen or say out. Type it in the chat. Let me see if you watch it. Type it in the chat. Say amen or say ouch. That's what I'm talking about. I love you guys. I'm just keeping it real. I know y'all ain't gonna like this type of teaching. He on the phone. Yeah, I'm about to lose everything. They don't care. You gonna lose more by talking to the enemy. T.S. Madison don't like Tasha K. And she can't take down Tasha K, so she will take down you because you the weaker vessel. You don't have the resources that Tasha K have. You don't have it. You don't have the backing of a massive platform. You don't like Tasha, and you don't have the lawyers like Tasha. You don't have the disposable income like Tasha. You're being used by the wrong party. You're not even smart enough to even announce and say, hey, send money, put money on my books, send me some books, send me some letters. You ain't say none of that. You're just getting used. And to this day, let me double check. Let me go to my phone. Let me double check and see the Tasha K post how to get in contact with him behind bars to send him donations and ho-hos and chicken wings and Lunchables. Let me see that she posts that on there. Let me make sure. Let me fact check. Let me do my research real quick. Again, while we live, let me do a live research. Nope. She didn't post it. Nope. She didn't post it. Let me go on her app. Maybe she posted on the app. Let's see. Nope. She didn't post it. Somebody posted this about Armon Wiggins. They said, Tasha K is the clout. Didn't know a thing about DL until Tasha K gave her platform to him. I see by the channel title, Tasha K been feeding your pockets, Armon smile. Then another person wrote this in the app. This is towards Armon Wiggins. They said, child, so Tasha K used the DL Whisperer for clout and money like what? Then speaking as if he knew facts and DL didn't even know the call was being recorded, as if jail calls don't say it's recorded. Saying you ain't put money on his books is who accused you of bankruptcy fraud. Armon has become completely fixated Tasha K. And then they put a thumbs down. Then somebody else wrote on, this is on the app, said this. I just replied to respond on the video. How is she responsible for grown A-word man choices and clout? From this, does he need content or something? He grabs him for straws at this point. That is what a wino has said about Armon Wiggins. Now, with all that being said, I'm scrolling down. I don't see no posts about how to donate to his GoFundMe. How to send money on his books. I don't even see how to put a legal defense fund. I don't see that. And that should be free to put that on there. At least she could do that. But she didn't do it. They said, why did you know if Tasha K at least sent them back? Absolutely not. She didn't, according to my research. All she want is the tea. It just said, I lost so much weight. I'm a vegan. Well, you can't be no vegan out of jail. You better eat that slop sandwich. This ain't no time to be picky. You eating the worst of the worst. They don't give you top priority of food choices. If you want that, don't go to jail. I'm telling you that right now. When you go to jail, you eat what they serve you or don't eat at all. They don't care. I've seen people that were starving themselves. They don't care. They ain't gonna do nothing but put you in the little medical ward, give you an IV and move on. And if you just so happen to crook up out of here, they're going to zip your body up and move on to the next the next thing. So you can't go up in there and say, oh, I'm a vegan. Oh, I love American dishes only. Or I don't eat beans. Well, you go eat it today or don't eat at all. Those are the choices. Now, you got some jails that will try to follow your diet, but if you're in these hick around towns without no massive budget, that's all you're going to eat is slop. It is what it is. I experienced jail. Yes, I did. Absolutely. And when I was in jail, they served nasty beans, crunchy rice. I never had crunchy rice until I went to jail. It was crunchy. And I didn't even eat it. Watery rice. And I was giving it to them folks in that jail, and they was eating it like it was a gourmet meal because they were used to it. They was institutionalized. You know what I'm saying? They've been in jail hundreds of times, so they used to the food. I wasn't used to that. I was used to air fried chicken breasts, but I wasn't used to crunchy rice, soggy beans. I wasn't used to that. But guess what? I had to eat that. Those are my consequences. And guess what? That is a deterrent of me not to go back to jail. That nasty, nasty food. That's a deterrent. You get up when they say you can get up. You can't just walk around when it's when what do they call that? When you can just walk around, get on the phone. When it's no phone, when it's bedtime, it's bedtime. When they also allow you to go to the yard and like play games, watch TV, and all that stuff, you can do that. Everything is on a strict time. You on daytime and schedule. If we on lockdown, we on lockdown. I remember one time I was in jail. They said, all right, this is a shakedown. I guess it was the jail. I was like, what we about to do? We had to go in the room, take our clothes off, bend over, cough. We had to do that. We had to literally take our clothes off. They said, take it. You couldn't say, I'm not taking my clothes off. They'll rip it off. You taking them clothes off. And we had to bend over and cough. That was so degrading. They said, lady, oh, thank you, sis, lady. Thank you, Lady Dimple said, Wiley, what a beautiful, sanctified, homegoing celebration for your grandmother. Thank you so much for that, super secret. Thank you so very much. We was in that jail. We had to take our clothes off. They took us to a room, butt naked. And then we had to bend over and cough. Then they said, lift up your private parts. We had to lift that up. Then we had to bend over and spread our cheeks because they was looking for contraband. I felt so degraded as a human being. And I will never, as long as I live, forget that moment. And that was the moment that made me know for sure this is not the life. It was it was in front of it was like 5 of us in the room. You had to do that in front of the guards. They had little dividers, but we can see what other people were doing. We can see them. And so it was very sad, and I experienced that. But because of my consequences of my actions, I had to go through that. And every day, I make sure to make my medication my top priority. Because I know if I don't take my Zyprexa and I miss days and weeks and months of medication, that I will have a manic breakdown. It's not if, it's when you are not medicated. How do you know that, Wiley? Because I look at the library situation. Wasn't medicated, got diagnosed. Looked at the Walmart situation. Had another manic breakdown. Wasn't on my medicine like I was supposed to. So I know that I need the medication. I know I need it. And I don't let people make me feel shame. Oh, you taking Zyprexa? Yes, I am. And please don't bring that mess to me, because if you wear glasses, tell God to have you not to wear them glasses. Tell God to not have you to wear that hearing aid. Tell God not to have you take that high blood pressure medicine. Tell God to make sure you don't have to preach and teach in a chair, that you can walk around and stuff like that. Okay, if we gonna talk about it, we're gonna talk about it. Because if you think it's unholy for me to take medicine, but it's not unholy for you to wear glasses and have a hearing aid and take high blood pressure, come on now. If you believe God is a healer, tell God to heal you from that high blood pressure medicine. Tell God to heal you from not wearing them glasses. Tell God to heal you not wearing that hearing aid. And if you have to have those things to help you hear, why is it that I feel some way because I'm on some psych meds? Make it make sense. Only people that sit and talk and all that foolish talk is some of these ignorant black folks. Uneducated black folks. And they making sure they take their blood pressure medicine. They making sure they take have their hearing aid. They making sure they have their glasses. If you break your leg, you got to wear crutches. Say amen and say ouch. How would you feel if I come to you and say, "Ooh, you unholy because you had to get surgery and you on crutches"? How would you feel? You'll think I'm crazy. Feel bad for the person who had to even look at y'all do that. Yeah, but they do it. They get paid to do it. Storm Monroe might as well go on to work in there because he wanted to see me with no clothes on. Work in the jail. You would see plenty men with no clothes on. I'm just saying. Yeah, Larry Reid, not Larry Reid, Storm wanted to see me with no clothes on. Yes, he did. Told my roommate, I don't believe my former roommate is a liar. He said, yeah, Larry Storm wanted me to send him the video with me with no clothes, with you with no clothes on. Yeah, that's what Storm said. Want to see me with no clothes on. He supposed to be straight. Right in the net, you just exposed yourself. Ain't no straight man in America want to see another man with no clothes on. You can't say I'm straight and you wanted to see a video. I want to see that video with no clothes on. Why? Because you want to see what you into. That's what the roommate said. Want to see with no clothes on. I'm so proud of you helping me share these stories. You're helping all of us. Yeah, thank you. I have to help you. They said you even named the medicine. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because it'll help somebody. It's helping me. When I'm on that Zyprex, I sleep real good. Then I heard something bang and I woke up. I'm refreshed. Drink me a little coffee. I'm ready for the show. I feel better. It helped me. That was the best thing they could have did. Gave me that Zyprexa. It's good. Woke up. And I've noticed I changed my sleeping pattern where I will go to take it around like 9 after the show, like 9 or 10. Let it get in my system and then wake up about like 7 or 8 o'clock. I think I woke up today like 8 o'clock. Try to keep myself on the schedule because when you're bipolar, you need good schedules. Meaning sleeping is a top priority. You have to sleep. So it's best to take the medicine once you're done with everything. Don't work an overnight shift. It's best for you to sleep at night and then wake up during the day. I remember one of my psych doctors told me, she said, don't work overnight. She said, I would advise you that you work during the day. Don't do an overnight shift. It ain't gonna work good for you because you have bipolar. And she told me the truth, and I think it's right. It's best to take your medicine at bedtime. Your bedtime should be at nighttime. Take that, sleep for a good 8 hours, and get up. You got to do a schedule. So I'm just letting you know, if anybody going through mentally, say I'm going through, the fastest way to get help is to go to the emergency room and tell them you need help. And that hospital is obligated by law. It's obligated by law to help you. All hospitals now ask you, are you okay? Do you want to harm yourself? Do you want to harm others? Per the law, they have to ask you that because so many people dealing with problems. And if you say yes to them questions in that emergency room, you ain't leaving that hospital. And if you do leave that hospital can be held liable for their negligence. To allow a mentally ill person leave that hospital when they admitted that they were having issues and they wanted to harm others and themselves, and they let them leave the hospital, they will be sued. And if they're your family find out, if you do something, and they find out, they can sue that hospital for millions of dollars. Your whole family will be millionaires. So that's the fastest way to get help. I'm not gonna give you all of them numbers, all that stuff, but that's the fastest way to get help. Okay? Yeah, so I'm just letting you know. Somebody said they take medicine because they have lupus. Yeah, and you better take it. Don't listen to people like, stop taking that medicine, and then you up and die listening to ill counsel. Do you have people that died from the pandemic? They weren't taking the vaccine. They weren't wearing no mask. They weren't taking the vaccine, and they died. Some of the people died because you listen to gossip. You ain't listen to your doctors. At best, you better wash your hands and wear your mask. But you had people that didn't even want to wear the mask. I can name some names. They gone. Still 10 toes down. And they did not last. They gone. At least wash your hands and wear a mask. People didn't want to do that. There was people that did not want to do that. It's my right. Per the law, I don't need to wear no mask. Because that was all that disinformation, misinformation that was going on. And some folks did not make it. So I'm just letting y'all know. I'm just letting y'all know. So that's I had to bring up Arman Wiggins' name in here because he's my favorite celebrity. I don't care how mad you get. He's very talented. Some people fight to be there. Yeah. Now I will open up the phone line. Who want to call in? I need this already. I want this to be like a radio show when y'all call in. I miss those days when we had a lot of callers. Ooh, some of y'all got so lazy. Don't even hardly want to call in. If I was let my favorite creator say, I got a call in show. I need call. He won't have to beg me. I'll be the first one to call in. He won't have to beg me. When Michelle dropped that link, I hit that link. And I gave her a good show. I was wily. I did. I gave her a good show. And some of the people was mad, but them views was up there. I don't care how mad you get. As long as you ain't talking about my favorite celebrity in a negative way, I'll come on your show and talk about a celebrity gossip. And if you say something negative about my favorite celebrity, I will come and defend him. I will never forget it. What was that lady name? She was dogging Armon Wiggins. And I can't think of her name, but she's based out of Vegas. And I was at work, left the hall, went outside, and I called, I went in on, and she blocked me. I don't care. You're going to talk about my celebrity like that. He ain't do nothing wrong. I was defending him with that whole situation with Jason Lee. I said, he don't need Jason Lee. He got his own talent. Doors will open up for it. Everything I said was right. Armon did so much more without Jason Lee's help. He did radio. He did television. He was on a documentary without Jason Lee help. So he didn't need no Jason Lee. Only thing you need is your talent. Yeah, Tasha K mentioned me the other day. Absolutely. I was in the app and she mentioned me. Talking about no mental health patients in there. Well, then you might as well just stop talking on YouTube because you got a lot of mental health winos that's going through mentally. Like when you say stuff like that, be careful. Even Tasha K herself said she had problems sleeping and she had to speak to a psychiatrist and a therapist and all that type of stuff. And she said she was taking stuff for depression and anxiety. But yeah, she's trying to be insulted to me. Ain't that funny? Your draws stink, got doo-doo stains, and you trying to talk about my stains. And you can't talk about my stains. You got doo-doo stains. I'm just saying. That goes to the same thing. You talk about mental health issues and you got mental health issues, but you going to talk about, man, I got help for it, and I'm going to keep broadcasting because people need to hear that message. People need to hear that message that you can live a successful, productive life if you follow the instructions of your doctor. I'm just being real. Hello, you live on the Wiley Show.
Hey, Wiley, how you doing?
Bless.
And this is Kimberly. I don't want to be lazy like you said.
I'm glad
how you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. Good show today.
You're doing real good. You look good too.
Thank you. What you wanted to put? What was your input that you wanted to say?
I didn't understand why the DL Whisperer, do he have any more charges? Why they keeping him like this?
Only charge he had the aggravated stalking. He don't have nothing else from my understanding. And the judge feel like he's a risk to society, so they said no bond.
Oh, okay. And I
And he
ain't
was
mean
like
to
talking
be
about
so
the
hard.
judge saying that if I hired the judge grandson, it would be better. Like talking about the judge, something. No, you don't supposed to be talking about that on the jail phone call because the jail phone call is recorded. So
Yeah, it is.
it
It
would make
tell you
matters
my brother's in prison. Well, he got life in prison. When he called, it say your phone call is being recorded.
absolutely, meaning that prosecutor or can listen to them phone calls. And if you say something incriminating, they can add more charges
Yeah.
or add new charges.
And far as Larry Reid, one time they was having some type of, you know how everybody be talking and he had people up there. I don't like how they be playing with God. God is not a joke and nothing to be played with. It's just sickening to me.
I agree. You should play, but they show
It's
play. Not
sickening.
only play with
God
God,
don't agree with
they
none of that
profiting
stuff,
off of God
man.
when they show.
Just don't put God in it. Do whatever you want to do, but don't put God in it because we all know that God don't agree with none of that stuff.
I agree. Thank you so very much for your support. Thank you for the much for calling in. You had
You have a good day. I've been a supporter for a very long time, so I'm glad you're back.
yes,
I
yeah.
mean, a long time. I was a supporter when you was taking up for Tasha and stuff. I remember that. You used to go hard for her, but she
Yes, I
messed that
did.
up. That's on her.
Because I was in my
She
going
messed it
hard
up.
for her. But she
Yeah, anybody that you for, you go hard for them.
you better know it. And you gonna know
Yeah.
it when that's no longer the case. When I gotta go against them.
Yep, exactly. Because you don't take, no perspective person. You just say what you need to say and
You better
move it
know
on.
it. Oh yes, sister. Thank you so
All
much.
right. You have a blessed day and hope you get healing from your grandmother,
Thank you.
and everything. All
Thank you.
right. I'm going to let you go with somebody else can call in.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye bye. All right, call in. The number is on the screen here. Call in. All right. Good morning. You live on the Wallace Show.
Hey, Wally. Sidebar, you need to tell our favorite celebrity he needs to drop another song and he needs to promote my favorite song, Remind You. Is that one of your favorite songs as well?
Yes. Is
I'm
that the
gonna give
one?
it to
I
you and
know
say to him.
my favorite song. I'm not the one. Da, 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 da. That's the one I like.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I
but
like
I do want to say,
I would love to hear that in the club though. Like no shade.
okay, sidebar, BTS will be they're awesome. They have a new single out. They performed today. I can't talk too much about it, but you will see it on Jimmy Kimmel either tonight or tomorrow. They streamed it earlier
Yeah, shout
today.
out to BTS. And I should have been outside
But
and get that click of the.
baby, when I tell you, they did their thing. Shout out to the seven of them.
Yeah, they've
Yeah,
been studying black artists since birth, so they better do their thing.
yeah. They have a new single called Swimming. But that's sidebar. I'm sorry about that. But I do want to say that I feel bad for the DL Whisper, and the reason why I feel bad for him is because you know who your real friends are when you get locked up. Once again, you would know who your real friends are or who's your friend when you're locked up. People that's your friends outside of jail aren't really your friends when you get in jail. And I feel bad for Tasha K because she promoted him. She liked him, but you said she's using him, and I kind of maybe agree to that because she She has people calling, or she's calling the jail and they're talking.
She have her staff calling.
And she knows the recorded phone call because she looked at R. Kelly, right?
Oh, absolutely, she know about the recorded phone call because the lady on that used to work at Department of Prisons, the federal prison, sent recordings off the database of the federal prison and sent it to Tasha K email.
I know that was a big thing.
Yeah, before she retired, she sent a message to Tasha K.
So yeah, I mean, like I would go in person, like go in person and talk, because God forbid he slip up and talk about T.S. Madison again, or the other Dominique.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, he's just taking a risk. Is Tasha K paying him? Is Tasha K sending him mail? Is Tasha K sending him food? Is Tasha K sending him clothes?
And I'm gonna say this: is Tasha K paying his rent for the place that he currently live at? Because he said, exactly. I want to lose my place. And in the phone conversation, the man said, one of her staff members said, "Well, I lost everything 3 times." That ain't the point. Why Tasha K ain't paying his rent? Getting a click and a view.
That was shade. That was deep shade.
Yeah. Why?
So that answered the question.
Yeah, so she ain't paid that man rent. At least I'd be like, Tasha K, why don't you pay the rent for the rest of his lease? Because why you have to monetize off his pain?
Did he live alone? Do he have a roommate?
I don't know. He never said he had a roommate, but he did say, I'm going to lose my apartment.
Wally, I believe you should write him a letter.
I need to find where he at, and I will write him a letter. And then I will send
him a letter. Put your number on that letter so he can add your number on that call sheet, that call log, so he could call in. And then
the people will donate, because I put his cash, and then I tell people how to put money on his books.
I'm only doing it if the Wally show tell me to do it.
Yeah, I do. And then I tell my people, I'm like, hey, this is how we can donate. Send him a letter and stuff like that, because that's good karma. Like, because I would want somebody to do that for me, because people did it for me. So I'm going to pay it for it, do it for him. And in my letter, I'm going to let him know, please don't talk about TS.
Don't talk about X, Y, and Z.
Don't mention them. Don't say nothing about your case.
A, B, C, and X, Y, Z.
Okay, let's talk about other stuff, other DL cases, because I understand when you have an open case, your lawyer don't. I'll never forget. I was having a meeting with my lawyer, my attorney Dallas. We was on the jail phone call, the video phone call. And that was being recorded, even though they don't pause the record when you with counsel, but it's still
your lawyer
be used. But I said, yeah, I want to go. I want to do my show. He said, please don't talk about the case. I said, I won't talk about the case. But I think I would have talked about the case if I would have got out of jail and I would have got tempted. I probably would have talked about the case.
Meaning you would have slipped up or talked about it on purpose?
Probably would have slipped up, and I was like, and that probably would have used against me, because they were watching my because it was on social media. They was watching my social media, and you just don't want what you said on the internet to be used against you in a court of law. So it's best to be silent on your case, and I did that. I was silent on the case. I did tell my attorney to get in contact with Katie to get in contact with her, consider like bail, to tell people to donate to my bail thing. But I knew I couldn't get out because no one offered me a place to stay, and I had to not. And that was one of the part of the bail conditions, that I had to wear electronic monitoring. I had to be pretty much on house arrest. So since I didn't have a house to be on house arrest, I had to remain behind bars.
Yeah, and you did the right thing. And I also told you, like, let your probation officer know, like, you're on your YouTuber, like your social media influencer.
But I had a strategy. I said, I'm not even gonna let him know. I'm just not gonna press the gas on these people. As you notice, I didn't say nothing to her Storm. As you notice, I didn't go up picking up a beef with Armon Wiggins. I didn't do none of that. I didn't pick up a beef with T.S. Madison. You noticed that when I got out,
the girls that put on their white face. They
will put on their white face and report to the probation. So I kept it clean. I barely went live. It took me a while, but once I got my freedom,
you was in the bushes, right? You was in their bushes, so observing.
I was watching. I was seeing what was going on, but I didn't come out jumping off the porch. People said, "Why he not live?" Because again, I didn't want to take that risk while I was on probation. I didn't want to take that risk. So I
also want to touch on before I get off the phone and jump back in the bushes. I agree with you. With the Storm and Roll thing, I didn't have straight friends, and they wouldn't want to see me naked, even though I was doing something a little cuckoo. Like, you know what I'm saying? They wouldn't want to
Facts.
see
They're not
that.
gonna want to see that. You straight.
Yeah, they wouldn't want to see that because I'm sure your roommate didn't edit your your part. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was the edited. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Facts. And so yeah, and I'm like, wow, he shared that. I didn't even know that he wanted to see that. I'm like, what? But I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised because T.S. Madison already woke it up when he asked. You remember the iconic basement, the wine
I remember the
cellar?
iconic basement, and she told Storm, "Are you part of the
Oh,
LGBT? Are you part of the community?" I remember that interview. That was in Tasha K basement, and the house she got for sale.
oh, that's up for sale now. It was a beautiful house, by the way. No
If
shade.
I had the money, I would buy it.
Okay. She said she had to fix the water leaks in the basement and stuff like that.
Yes, do you know she put a lot of work into that home? It's still a brick. She remodeled that entire house top to bottom, and it is sad because even T.S. Madison said that Tasha K was walking in her house, you know, when they were cool, and she said, "This is my dream home. This is my dream home." So she know deep down you have to get ready. She would lie and say, "My son got allergies." Don't put that on your son because how many? It's
that was the house that you were supposed to go to, right?
facts. That was how she was supposed to go to, and she said her son had asthma.
After the Monique, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And lied that son was out there side playing basketball. You know how many children with asthma live in Georgia and they live successful lives? She act like her child is so special you can't live in Georgia. No, you lying because you trying to bring your child for sympathy to say, well, I can't admit that I got to leave the house for my own mouth getting into this drama with Cardi B, this lawsuit. So I'm gonna say we had to leave because my son is in. He have allergies and we have to keep taking him to the hospital over and over and over.
Why the husband couldn't do that and you hang out with Wiley for 30, 40 minutes? Like,
just a lie.
But I'm saying that she lies a lot, in my humble opinion.
Oh, you know.
She also mentioned that Storm, she was scared to have Storm around her son. And
she did. Like, she said, I felt nervous to have Storm around my child because I was violated as a child.
It's just crazy.
Trying to make Storm feel like Storm was gonna violate her. Like when she said that, I said, "Wow."
Yeah, that's somebody. Are you okay? Woo. But I also want to say this: T.S. Madison is not that girl, in my humble opinion. Cardi B is not that girl, in my humble opinion, and anyone else that just like Tasha K, because she put that house up on the market, and y'all girls that claim y'all have coins ain't purchased that house to throw shade. Because if I had the coin, I would have purchased it to eat it. No shade. Those girls ain't got coins in my
No, T.S. Madison ain't got no coin to pick up another mortgage. Like 3 mortgages.
But just to serve it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if she had it like that, she should just serve. I think that would be a good thing because it's a beautiful property.
But they late this thing and just, and flip it. Why not?
Absolutely. Because if I had the money, I would definitely buy it.
Okay.
I had a dream that I had won the lottery. And I hit for like 60.
We were talking about that a couple shows ago.
Yeah, about $60 to $70 million. And I paid off Tasha K.
That's before taxes or after taxes?
I just won 60 to 70 million. So that was the thought. I didn't get into the whole tax and stuff, but I paid Tasha K debt. I gave her a loan. We did a press conference. And in the press conference, I kept saying, I'm giving her freedom of speech back. This black woman deserved to have her complete freedom of speech. So as of today, I paid the debt off. And then it was like, Mr. Wiley, so is it a loan or is it a gift? I said, it's a loan, a no interest loan. Because you will have to pay me my money back. And I'm just doing it for clout and stuff like that. And I did other stuff as well in the dream. I owned and operated my own. I bought a radio station because I wanted to put Armon on the radio. So I bought the station. The same station that said no, I bought them out. And I let Armon be a head radio personality in the morning. Okay. I bought it. Just right there. I just had a meeting. Like I literally went into Hot 97 and with the head people in charge, and I just bought Hot 97 because I said, y'all, it's trash. Y'all didn't get no views. I want to put Armon Wiggins on. I said, you hired take your $2.5 million salary, you on the morning show. You will be able to compete with the Breakfast Club, and these are the resources. Because I feel like this: once you make it, you should put your friends on. They got especially not just your random friends that got no talent. I'm talking about the friend that you know got talent, and you put them on. That's what I'm talking about. That was in the dream. I don't care if you get so mad you hit yourself with a stack of Uno cards. I'm talking about my friend. I don't care if y'all get upset. It was my dream. Okay. Don't get me wrong. All you dreaming about you hunching Michael Jackson in your dream. I be dreaming about money in my dream. Absolutely. Hitting the lottery.
But that was a nice dream because people won't even dream about you or others. Like,
yeah, I dream about, and I remember I called the lottery place. I said, "What if I win over $1 million? How would it happen? Do they give me money in cash? Do they write a check and all that?"
Of course, they're going to tax it though.
Yeah, they automatically going to take the taxes out anyway. It's not like
do you owe a lot.
Yeah, when you win, they automatically, from my understanding, they take the taxes out, and if they don't, a smart person, because I do my research, I would get an accounting firm that's really good.
Yeah,
will pay the taxes.
Someone that you can trust because they wicked too.
They wicked too. Like I won't even sign over my accounts to them. I'd be like, "How much do I need to pay the IRS? I'm gonna pay them. You're not gonna do. I'm not giving nobody access to my money. I pay the IRS. How much do I owe them? And then, since I'm smart enough, I will have another accounting firm fact checking the accounting firm. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I have a lawyer, then another lawyer to fact check to make sure everything is solid.
Did you catch that from Beauty is Black? Because that's what she did.
I caught that in Beauty. You better know it. I caught that in Beauty is Black. I said that's a good strategy. I have the fact check just in case. Let me make sure you saying the right thing. But no, I'm not letting nobody over my money. I'm paying all my bills. I'm paying all my tax bills. I'm not putting that because that's laziness. What you're doing, you're lazy when you're allowing other people to pay your bills. No, you do it. I'm not. No, that ain't nothing but. I'm like, wait a minute. So you mean my tax bill is like 500,000? Okay, let me write this to the IRS. Let me verify. Let me check with my other accountant for. Okay, it's $500. There you go.
But I would definitely pay like way in advance too.
Absolutely, because why would I hold on to it? I'm gonna pay that because I've seen so many people get caught up with tax debt, and go to arrested for not paying their taxes. Like if you making the money, pay your tax. That's just pure laziness and greediness.
Okay.
So if you hit the lottery for $100 million and you got to pay federal and state taxes, you should never be broke in a day of your life. If you broke, it's because you mismanage your finances. Like some of these athletes, they be making all this money. What I have an agent, and I have managers, and I have family, and all that. But you shouldn't be broke because you shouldn't try to put everybody on. You should got to know how to
always try to have your money coming back, like
right. Because it was one athlete, I forgot his name. He didn't even live off his salary. He invested his salary. He lived off his endorsement money. He didn't even touch his money. Another person, I know y'all know her, Raven Simone. She said she still haven't touched her Cosby money.
What?
That's what the woman said. She still haven't touched that money yet. You know how much money she made? That money is worth now, and investments and all that. She said she still haven't touched or spent her Cosby money.
That's nice.
You see, that didn't go viral like when she said, I'm an American. I'm not an African American. But that when she said she haven't touched her Cosby money, that didn't go viral like that because you didn't know she said that. I heard that.
Okay.
And the Cosby Show, that came out in the 80s? We in 2026. That means she made good financial decisions because did spend your Cosby money. And Raven Simone stayed working. And she's still working right now.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So you should that's what you should be doing it, and it's good to have these dreams and talk about money because you keep doing that. Eventually, doors going to open up. I believe that because you create that environment. I remember one time I wanted to sleep with this particular guy, and I kept talking about him, talking about this, and just somehow we was able to sleep together. It just happened in the atmosphere.
Powerful, right?
It's like that energy that drawing energy, and it's like I was drawing better energy of dudes. That I'm like, how's I'm able to attract the dudes? It was that self-confidence is very important to have that self-esteem that I was getting people married husbands. It was one guy, he said, "You got this swag." I didn't see the swag the way he saw because I'm living my life. I'm just wildly. And we got it in. He married, got a beautiful home and all type of stuff. Mm-hmm. And he married. I didn't know he was married until like I went on his Snapchat. I was like, "Oh, he married." Well, that's him. He made the oath. And it's gay anyway, so what I look like having standards of like, "Oh, you married, love, man, please, if you want to get it in, we got it in." Beautiful couple. Then there was another. I'm gonna mind my business. I ain't gonna get y'all in my business because I ain't gonna say no names. I do know that y'all watch and y'all attend. So just like when I brought up my girl, Leslie Jones, y'all was messy and sent that to that woman, and she blocked me. Same thing with Erica Banks. We were talking about Erica Banks, and she wasn't even at the time because you don't meet Icon. I can have a 5-hour show and talk about 20, 80 topics. So I just so happened to bring up Erica Banks and she needs surgery. I was going in. Y'all, sister Erica Banks. And then one day I said, "Hey, Erica Banks, I want to interview you. Weird. You always talking about me. You weird." And she blocked me.
I remember you telling us, and I was in the live.
You was in the live, and she blocked me. These people be said. I will never forget it when I had remember I had what was that? Darius Cooks on the show.
Oh yeah.
We brought up the conversation
because of that lady, yeah.
Yeah, with the lady, and we brought up Roland Martin. I said, "Why you to go on Roland Martin's show?" And he said, "Because Roland is messy." Man, Roland took that clip and responded.
And then you and Roland started going at it.
Yeah, we started beefing, saying, "I'm not a journalist." I said, "Roland, you no neck having clown. I am a journalist. How you gonna tell me what I'm not?"
Okay.
But then you bring, and then you say you an ally to the trans community. What is a trans woman? She feel like she was born in the wrong body. So why I can't feel like I'm a journalist? What's the difference? They said you are part of the celebrity sector, so they're watching. Yeah, thank you. I know that now. Because I'm like, I don't have a lot. And then I thought about it. You don't need a lot of views. Just they be watching. Like they watching right now. I always say this. It's 56 people watching. You don't know who was within the 56 that's watching. You got publicists. I will never forget. I was talking about these celebrities. And my publicist friend, he removed me from the email list because I was dragging some of his clients. It didn't make me no harm because I'm like, half of them interviews, it didn't give me no viewership because most of them were like husband. He didn't have like Tyra Banks, Angela Bad, Michael B. Jordan. He have like D-list and F type of celebrities on his roster. You know what I'm saying? But he removed.
But he has to work from somewhere, Wild.
I mean, he had to work from somewhere. He's based out of New York, and then he removed an email. We still, you know what I'm saying? He moved from the email list and stuff like that. It's fine. I'm not gonna try to mess up bag and stuff like that. Go ahead on. But all his client, well, he did have Shaka Khan, and I once interviewed. Okay. I didn't say nothing negative about Shaka Khan, but I said something negative about his other client. He didn't book me for a Shaka Khan interview, and I'm like, "Oh, you got Shaka Khan as one of your clients?" And I was like, "I want to interview her." I had a lot of questions. So Shaka Khan, how long you been doing crack? I'm joking. I wouldn't ask her that, but I would brought up her drug habit. It's a part of her story. You can't talk to Shaka Khan without bringing up her drug habit, and then you need to ask her if she's still on drugs.
I mean that's true because look, Wendy Williams and Barbara Walters would probably do it too, so why not?
Absolutely, I'm gonna ask real thing. We ain't gonna just talk about your records, we'll talk about that too. But I want to know, is you still doing drugs? I think that's a good question to ask. And speaking about interviews, that Jay-Z interview was good. And shout out to the young dude that did the interview. Y'all was talking about why he didn't go on no podcast. Jay-Z went on GQ and he requested a black editor, a black photographer, a black editor. And the dude knew about Jay-Z records and stuff like that. It was a good interview. I'm not completely done with it. And he was dropping gems in the interview. He said, don't say they let me. He said, stop using they let me. You can just do because don't nobody control you. It's not they let me. Stop, take that out of your vocabulary. I said, go ahead, Professor Sean Carter. Go ahead. I'm going to stop saying, y'all let me. I'm like, you don't control me. I'm just going to do. I'm me. Now, you don't let me. I'm grown. You don't have control over me. So he was like dropping gems in the interview. He really was. He talked about the lawsuit. He talked about how he was angry. I know. When somebody lie on you, you angry. And then you know you can't react like that because your words got power.
Yeah.
And Jay-Z is strategically smart. He didn't talk about it when it was hot, like really no interview was hot. He waited till it completely died down. Okay, now it's my response. Here go my. That's how you do it, and to get massive media attention. That's how you do it. You move strategically. He's not an emotional wreck on the internet. Erica Banks needs to take a class from Jay-Z and Beyonce because she's a little ignorant. Listening to Wiley, and you get surgery. You know you need to go to a psych ward, listen to Wiley, and you listen, well, Wiley said I need to get surgery. I'm like a stick, and you get all that surgery. She listened to the Wiley show, and she went and got surgery.
Okay.
I should have to go on her Wiley and send me a donation for $5,000 a day.
But Wally, being that we talking about celebrities, you remember you interviewing Angela Stetson? Am I saying her name right?
Did I interview Angela?
The singer.
Oh, I interviewed the singer. What is her name?
Angela Stetson.
It was. Oh, I can't think of. Yeah, I interviewed the singer. It's not Angela Stetson. I think it's Angela something because she just posted on my page.
Yeah, her song came up the other day when I was playing my music.
Let me see her name. I want to make sure we give her a right name. Hey, shout out hold up, y'all, because she just commented on my Instagram. Angel Sessions.
Yeah, Angel Sessions.
Yeah, Angel Sessions. Yeah, she just commented, and mind you, my publicist friend got me in contact with her. We still cool to this day. And there's some other artists I'm still cool with, but again, it wasn't like A-list type of stars and stuff like that. But
fine, because of you, I downloaded their music.
Yeah, and I'm like, and I told like I have influence on my platform, so
her name.
Fact. So that's why I reach out to these celebrities privately and be like, "Hey, we still cool. I still have a good relationship with her, and there's other artists I still have a good relationship with." Remind you,
black gospel artist,
the gospel artist, Barbara. You talking about Reverend Barb, the woman?
Yeah, the woman that came up to your show.
If God don't do it, it won't get done.
Yes.
It take a miracle. We still cool. We still follow each other on Instagram. So yeah, we did a lot of stuff on the show. Absolutely. Yeah. And she didn't have a publicist. I just sent her a message and she came on the show. And we still cool to this day.
That was amazing.
Icon is a supporter of the show. He's a Wiley stan. He knows because he been in the episode. He watched. We did a lot of shows. We had interviewed people on Station Head. Now I'm gonna get my Station Head up because you can play music and interview the artists. That's what I prefer, Station Head, because you can also play their music and interview them. And while you interview them, you can have the music playing in the background. Absolutely, yes. Absolutely.
But yeah, I'm about to jump back in the bushes. I said, let me call, man.
Okay.
But Larry Reid is always in something. That's crazy. But that was my last comment.
Larry Reid, you ain't lying. Larry Reid is always into something, correct. And we got
CTV is in something too, right? Because
he's in a lawsuit. He's getting sued for millions of dollars from Bishop Bernard Jordan, you know. But the reason why CTV is like he don't mind because Larry gonna pay his legal fees and give him a lawyer. Larry put him on payroll.
Mm-hmm. And he got all Larry T, so he better.
Yes, he be defending Larry. So if you're gonna do that and jump off and be on part of that, you should get paid, and he get paid.
He bought him a car, right?
Bought him a car, computer, laptop, microphones, all that.
And around that time he was going hard on this cigar blogger.
You better know it. He was because he was getting paid. I go hard too if I'm getting a nice fat check. And
I can hear the phone too long. I'm jumping back in the bushes, Wally.
Okay.
You hear?
All right. Love you. All right. Thank you. I got to do this short. Give me 1 second, you guys. Oh, wait. Let me read the article. What did she say? Let me go back to her page real quick. Ooh. Okay, I got it. Okay. Wait a minute. Where are we at? Okay. No, green screen. Did I do that? Next. No. Where's the green screen? Okay. That. Kashawn Rock, thank you all about the tea. According to her, that Kashawn Rock missed a court date in California ahead of her boxing match. She got 2 misdemeanor charges in California, and she missed the court date, and the judge issued a warrant. This woman definitely something she need much prayer and need help. If you have a court date, you go to court. Don't play around, or you're gonna get a warrant. So she's gonna get locked up. It's 2 misdemeanor charges. When more information comes, I will give it to you. She's so concerned about Blueface and her child not talking. She need to go to these court dates, because if you don't, it's going to be more trouble. At least, I will never forget it when I had my legal issues. My lawyer said, always go to court date. Go to your court date, because if you don't, they'll put out a warrant for your arrest. So it look like she going to be boxing behind bars. She going to be boxing, eating them choke sandwiches. Are y'all shocked by this? I'm not shocked by Kashawn Rock. Look him whenever. 1 second. Hey, Wally, it's been such a long time. I missed your show. Oh, yeah. I got the number on here, too, where you can text me when I go live, too. Give me a second. Let me do this real quick. Give me a second. Let me do this. I'm doing this real quick because why it's hot. That just dropped out of that thing. So y'all getting behind the scenes what we go through as content creators when there's always news that you can use. Okay, there we go. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, there we go. Okay, here we go. Boom, boom. Somebody said they should keep her locked up. What? Wait, did it upload? Okay, it's uploading now. I got to do this real quick. Make sure y'all download, share. Share the link, share the live. Oh. Let me put this on Facebook real quick. They said put her in rehab. Yeah, she need much help because come on. I remember one time I was had a court date and I was working. He said, "Why you got a court date?" I didn't even know I had court that day. I must have forgot or whatever the case may be. I left that job so quick. I said, "Yes, I got an emergency to deal with," and I drove and went to that court date so quick, and it was traffic, and I got there on time because I do not want no warrant out for my arrest. Absolutely not. That was back in the day when I had a case in Texas. But I thank God I'm free. I'm no longer bound. No more chains holding me. My soul is resting. It's just a blessing. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. I'm free. Let me see. Okay, it's on there. Let me put this on YouTube. Are y'all loving the lives? Let me know in the chat if y'all loving it. Are y'all loving the lives? Let me know in the chat. Because I know y'all say y'all love the lives more than y'all love the uploads. Ooh. Y'all say, I love the uploads. I love the lives. And let's go to this real quick. Okay, we'll do that. This just happened today as well. Let's play this short. And y'all can comment y'all thoughts or y'all can call in. Let me do a little screen share real quick. I posted this short. Oh, wait. Okay. Let me send this short here. Was arrested for domestic problems. DV. You can say you got to be careful. I didn't even recognize him because he had looked like he got older. And he's still in his 20s. And I'm like, he look, it's rough. When you're not making no money no more, you start doing some weird stuff. But again, designer, get spiritual cleaning. Like, you don't put your hands on a woman, get spiritual cleaning, go to church, get closer with God. Because it's just really, really terrible. And then he will unlock that talent, and maybe you'll have another hit. And then again, you may not never have another hit, but you still can have a successful life. But this is, you can't be doing all this weird stuff. He was arrested in South Carolina. This is breaking news. Look him whenever. Look him whenever. Look him is a very talented artist, and I do blame Nicki Minaj for a lot of this. This is Nicki's fault once again because he was a follower of Nicki. Rapper Designer was arrested for domestic problems. DV. You can say you got to be careful. I didn't even recognize him because he had looked like he got older. And he's still in his 20s. And I'm like, it's rough. When you're not making no money no more, you start doing some weird stuff. But again, designer, get spiritual cleaning. Like, you don't put your hands on a woman, get spiritual cleaning, go to church, get closer with God. Because it's just really, really terrible. And then he will unlock that talent, and maybe you'll have another hit. And then again, you may not never have another hit, but you still can have a successful life. But this is, you can't be doing all this weird stuff. He was arrested in South Carolina. This is breaking news. Look him whenever. Look him whenever. Look him is a very talented artist, and I do blame Nicki Minaj for a lot of this. This is Nicki's fault once again because he was a follower of Nicki. Rapper Designer was arrested for domestic problems. All right. Did y'all hear my thoughts on that? Let me know. Did I do a good job? They said, why are they going to keep blaming everything on Nicki? Oh, wow. Is I'm going to keep blaming everything on Nicki? Perhaps. Perhaps. A little kill would never. Perhaps. You said I will blame everything on Nicki. Oh wow! I'm just giving you my reasons. Why I just can't give y'all my reasons. I definitely had to give y'all my reasons when it comes to that. Uh, and I thank y'all for y'all support. I love y'all for y'all bad support. This has been definitely great. We do have a TikTok at Wiley Show, Instagram at Wiley Show, the Facebook page, The Wiley Show. But of course, make sure y'all thumbs up and share this live right now. And of course, we're talking about Kashawn Rock. This is breaking news. She have a warrant out for her arrest. It said Wiley the Troll. Oh, thank you for that. I think that's an honor. That's an honor, in my humble opinion. That is an honor. As an honor. That is an honor. Okay, I posted that. So let me post it on X as well. Okay, I just posted everywhere. Let me do this. There we go. Okay, we got it. Let me upload that. Okay, let me see if it's uploaded on YouTube. Let me see. Why is it not letting me save this? That's what I'm talking about. Oh, okay. Well, I know something wrong. There we go. All right. Go check out my shorts. Show some love. Show some love. Show some love. And do y'all have the information for the DO Whisperer? Send that to me too. The jail that he's in so I can write him. Oh, now this is something else I want to talk about. So, document things. Y'all know about the Armon Wiggins restraining order, right? So, we have an update. Somebody type here update. A California case involving Armon Wiggins and the blogger that he got a lawsuit, the restraining order against, is turned into a procedural showdown over appeals, court access, and fictitious litigant restrictions. The defendant filed a notice informing the court that his attempt to appeal was rejected by the clerk before trial even began. He argues that this is significant because the denial of his anti-slap motion, January 29, 2026, is immediately appealable and should trigger an automatic stay of the case under California law. But here's where things take a turn. Attached emails from the clerk e-filing system show the appeal was rejected multiple times for procedural reasons, including missing required information or attachments, incorrect filing codes, missing signature sessions, and most notably a notice stating that you're on a fictitious litigant list. You must obtain pre-filing order before resubmitting. The destination is critical under California law. A person labeled as a factitious litigant must obtain court approval before filing new litigation or certain motions. Then it was so again. It was denied multiple appeals. So the person that Armon got the restraining order against is on a fictitious litigant list, meaning that he have to get approval from the court. And since he didn't do it, they're denying all his motions. Well, that is the update. And as of today, the 2-year restraining order still stand. I said the 2-year restraining order that was granted on Arman Wiggins' behalf is still stand. So, yeah, that's the update. That is the update. I saw that, and I didn't talk about it when it first happened because, again, it was so much stuff that I was talking about. And so I was just so happy to go down my timeline on X. So I'm just scrolling. And I said, wow, yeah, it was denied. So, yeah. And most of the time when people is on that list, they're doing all these filing incorrect, and the court was like, oh my God, this is weird. So I guess now Armon should be happy. More happy now that a lot of that stuff got denied. You don't have to get dragged back in court because they denied those appeals. And of course, let's see, give me a second. The person that Armon got the restraining order against, he had a response. He said the appeal was granted on March 5th, 2026. While I have no comment on the petitioner, it's important that the basic facts and law is reported accurately. First, the trial court document you referenced was initially rejected due to minor address issue, which have since corrected and refiled. The processing can be exact, but the procedure. So all this stuff he's saying, he's trying to say it was just address, but according to the courts, he's on a fictitious litigation list that, he got to get pre-approval from the court. So if the court don't pre-approve it, he can't. They're going to keep rejecting it. From my understanding. Again, I'm not a lawyer. But, yeah. So, little black boy, you beautiful. Little black girl, you are enough. When times get hard, always remember to put God first. Thank y'all so much for coming in. Thumbs up, share, like the show. It is very important. I want to say this again for the people that just joined. If you want to be notified when I go live, this is the number, 773-641-8742. That is the number. That's all for my Apple Pay. You want to send donations? You got the Cash App, Wiley Show 1990. We have a Venmo. We also have Apple Pay. You can just send it to 773-641-8742. And also, I want to put this really quickly in the chat while we're here. I don't want to forget. I want to make sure we do it. And this is very important because we do need these items off the wish list. Do I have it? Let me see if I can. Somebody sent it to my text. So let me see if I can send it to the chat real quick. Send it to the chat real quick. Give me 1 second. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Arman.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear. Can y'all hear Arman Wiggins real good? Let me know if y'all hear him.
Okay, go ahead.
You still gotta be playing in the background so they can hear you.
Let me turn you down in the back.
Okay.
Let me turn down.
You like louder.
Okay, I get to see the whole live because I was uploading my shit, but my stuff. But I want to say, because I'm seeing a lot of people saying that I'm obsessed with Tasha K, because I'm even like reading your title here. And can I just say this? All's fair in love and war. This woman, because I know she's going to watch your video and she'll try to play into this narrative. This woman, why do we forget that this woman comes at me unwarranted every chance she can get through past friends, through content creators? She's thrown drug allegations on me. She's done interviews and made them about me. You just broke a story where she interviewed Michelle Etielian and brought me up. So for the people who want to know why I'm on her neck, this woman goes on her app and still discusses me. And Wiley, I find out through you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes or no?
Absolutely, 100%. She did. They still be talking about you. And not only that, she'd have a backup lifestyle channel, and she was talking about you in that live.
That's what I'm saying. So everybody like, well, he goes in on such a, the thing is, girl, I'm the one that talks about her and makes everybody feel it. And we get the views, and it's a key. It's not obsessed. She does the same thing to me, babe.
I agree.
But I get more views talking about her than she get more views talking about me. Even when she made her own interview, I got more views reviewing her interview than she got on her interview. Let's be clear.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So this is not an Armon bash and Tasha K, and I'm jealous because Nicki Minaj gave Tasha K some money. I don't need Tasha K's or Nicki Minaj's 3,000 beans, whatever that is. And let's be clear, whatever money Tasha K get, I'm word on the curb is she give Cardi B 60% of that.
Wow.
So even if she sells that house, she's got to give Cardi B 60% of that profit, that $835,000.
Wow.
Okay? So ain't nobody worried about Tasha K. Girl, she's going to get dragged to eternity. And we're on her neck. Just like she drags me every chance she gets.
Yeah, because she be making it seem like you be saying all this stuff, but no, she brings your name up.
She brings me up.
Yeah.
And why does everybody forget this year alone, or maybe it was the end of last year, I thought we made peace. The woman started trying to attack me on Twitter. Absolutely. And I wouldn't engage.
Facts.
Do you remember that, Wiley?
I remember that. And then she had the audacity to try to block you, and y'all were cool because then she came on your spaces.
Yeah. And what I think is very interesting is people always try to say, oh, well, you're scared of Cardi B. You're damn right I'm scared of Cardi B. Cardi B got the power. She's got the industry on her side and everybody. There was a live video that Cardi B did, and she said that she was scared of the government. I don't know if you guys remember that on Spaces, but she was like, I'm not playing with them because this is the federal government and I don't got time for my plane or nothing to disappear. Cardi B is my federal government. She's moving in spaces and I don't need her playing with me, sending her lawyers, spending her money, attacking me, just like she didn't want the government coming after her. I'm not Tasha K. You guys won't get me into that. We're going to talk about it. I'm not battling Cardi B on a egotistical level. I'm not battling no celebrity at that level. What a smart person does, they level up their platform and they get to a point where they have power. I'm not battling you from a powerless standpoint. That's stupid. Look at Tasha K. She's even more powerless than when she started. It's dumb. So y'all not gonna gas me up with that. Tasha K can get dragged by her shortcut, her left hit, and everything in between, because I tried to make peace with that person. And I think it's just so interesting that the subscribers, the community, is two things that can happen. Oh, when Tasha K drags Armon and he responds, now Armon is obsessed. Or when Tasha K makes homophobic rhetoric, it's fine. She can do it in interviews. She can do it on her platform. Wiley, could you imagine if I went on my platform and said, you know what, Wiley, I don't think that you should ever. If I told you right now, like, Wiley, we have to stick together, I would never work with a black woman like that. That's like a Tasha K, because they're very angry, they get possessive, and all these, whatever it is. Could you imagine how many videos would be made?
A lot of videos. He don't like black women. All his audience is black.
They can get on their platforms and say, don't work with gays.
Yeah.
They're messy, they're this, they're that. And spew all this rhetoric. Tasha K does that all day. Oh, those gay men. I wouldn't even say those black women, but could you imagine if I did?
If you would, they will eat you up for days and weeks and stuff like that. Because it took you years to get over the OG situation, and they still drag it.
I don't care.
Yeah,
I'm over it. At that point, I don't care. But it's the point that it's the double standard and it's phony and it's BS. Tasha K is no victim, just like the Deal Whisperer and nobody else. Tasha K, I have left her alone for years. She always comes knocking on my door. So you know what? I finally answered.
Facts. And then Tasha K want people to talk about her, and I will never forget it. She interviewed Michelle Taylor Brown. Armon reviews the interview, the segment when they were talking about him. Not Michelle Taylor Brown, Milagro Grams. And your video did more in viewership than Tasha. Now Tasha said
she sent me not that she didn't send me a cease and desist, but she sent me a takedown request. So she was going to copyright my video.
Yes.
Because my video was going to hit 100,000 views, and hers hadn't hit 100,000 views yet. So I cropped that part out.
It was nowhere near 100,000. I was like, wow, Armon review did it. You had gave some good content, and she got mad and jealous and like, oh, take it down. Now, mind you, she let the video be up for days because she thought, oh, his video not going to do better, outperform mine. But it did.
Yes.
It did. And then she make an announcement like, oh, I didn't know he did that. No, you were mad.
The reason why Tasha K don't like me because nobody she put up against me could beat me.
Absolutely. Nobody. And you said if you made Armon Wiggins, make another one.
She haven't.
And she haven't. No.
She hasn't.
No. And that's eat up. And then she said, I'm gonna do a lot.
That dirty slew-footed ball DD that, flop. Complete flop.
Yeah, she tried. She really want people to go against you. Nobody have done it and won. She always bring you up, even in the Michelle one. Like, why bring you up? Why say something? It's like she was trying to bait even Michelle. Now, Michelle did not take the bait, but Milagro did. But Tasha is following your blueprint. You do lifestyle, you do vlog. Now she said, I'm going to do a lifestyle. I'm going to do a vlog. This is my lifestyle channel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she have like a lifestyle channel where she talk about cleanse and fast. I was like, Arman Wiggins, they did all this. Look how watching Arman Wiggins. Like, what? So I wanted you to get into her court.
I gotta take this call really quick.
Okay. All right. So she said, yeah, I'm doing a fast and I'm doing a cleanse and I'm doing a fast and stuff like that. I'm like, Armon Wiggins said he was doing a 60-day cleanse. Look at her taking his blueprint. That was like, she paid people to watch. They watching this live now. I'm on a cleanse. And then it went to none but mess. So I go into the live. I'm just going to the live because I'm like, oh, let me see, see what she's talking about. And then I said, I like to be on the fast, being very nice. It was like, hey, Wiley in here. And like, before I knew it, baby, that moderator, and then Tasha K was clicking on the button to block me. I said, it's not hard because I'm still talking about what was being said. Now, what we need y'all to do, share this live. Thumbs up, share, thumbs up. We have Armon Wiggins on the air, and it's the only show where you'll be able to hear him today talking about this situation. Okay? Definitely, definitely. Okay? Cool. So yeah, definitely talk about it. Like, we are here live of the situation, and like, people was trying to bait Armon to talk about Cardi B. Armon was like, no, he's not going against a machine, and he's right, because don't do it, because Cardi do have a machine, and she have resources, so he's not taking the bait. He handled that situation very well, because she was like, I know what apartment you live at and all that. She was going in on Armon. She was talking to Angela Yee, and Armon did not take the bait. He did not go and try to call her out and dog her and stuff like that. He played it the right way. Because if you want to be successful in the industry, you got to know you got to know how, thank you. You got to know how to pick your battles. You got to know how to pick your battles. I'm going to say it again. You got to know how to pick your battles. Why would you get in a battle with Cardi when you know you're going to lose? Tasha K got in a battle with Cardi and she's losing. Now she have 1, 2, 3 YouTube channels she has to do content on. Then she has to do hours on Zoom, hours on the app. There's only 24 hours a day. Then she have a machine of people posting on her community wall, on her X page, on her Instagram, and all the resources. She paying a bare minimum of 40% of her income, sending it to Cardi B. That's
hello.
Yeah. Armon Wiggins is back on the air. Go ahead, Armon. Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry. That was my doctor telling me to come in and get my prep shot bag, my medication, my prep.
And there's nothing wrong with that. So,
okay.
Yeah,
because I can take that call. Boom. The results are in.
The results are in. And, okay. If y'all don't know what prep, you cannot be positive and be on prep. So prep is to protect you, to keep that negative status, especially if you still want to be out on the streets and stuff like that. It's best to have prep because it protects you. Not only gay people can be on prep, but straight people can be on there as well. Yeah, especially since you outside and all that stuff like that, dealing with the glittering boy and all that. So yeah. But people was mad at Armon. They were mad at you because you were talking about Tasha K. Her fans like, why? I'm like, she's a trending topic. And then you was the one. Let me show you. Armon, you did a live and you talked about her house being for sale. Now, mind you, I didn't know it until I heard it from you, and it went viral. That next day, Tasha K. had to do damage control. Oh, yes, I need to sell my house. I'm doing this. Y'all need to buy it. But she wouldn't have said nothing like that if it wasn't for you doing that broadcast.
That information has been out for weeks.
Right.
It was all on Lipstick Alley. I just decided that I was going to talk about it. And when I talked about it, she reacted. Like she always does. But my thing with her is, Tasha K, keep acting like he was given 27 days and this, that, and the third. Have you noticed that now she tries to claim me like I was a part of her mentorship?
Absolutely.
No, girl. Remember, you're not valid. Like, and the thing is, though, she does this thing where she'll say Bondi Blues and she'll say Storm's name. I don't need her to say my name. And she'll act like she's not saying my name. Bitch, I don't need you to validate me, girl. Stop trying to claim me as part of your roster. You didn't make me, girl. The problem is, though, I I was already in, and now you want to be attached to my success, just like that other guy that was trying to work with me. I didn't understand that concept, but these people aren't your friends. They want to be able to say, look what I made, look what I did. You didn't do that for me. You didn't come paint my walls. You didn't come have me sit on your platform and host your show. You didn't bring me as a podcast. I've never met you in person. So, girl, you're right.
She never send you a $3,000 a light. She never send you a camera because she was saying, because she did a live and she said, I did all this stuff for these people. But Tasha, you doing it for your own. You want them to defend you and be your mouthpiece.
I tell this story all the time.
Yeah.
And her husband was telling her to stop promoting me. Girl, so what? What do you mean? Like, she was not even trying to promote me.
Yeah, and I think if she would have brought you on the app, you would have outshined everybody that went on there.
Yeah, they knew that. They know the vibes. And I'm not competing with her because at the end of the day, she's a woman. I don't compete with women. But at the same day, Tasha K, I'm not worried about you. The difference is, girl, you can't make me. I am this.
Absolutely. And then
this is where I'm supposed to be. And it might be who you're supposed to be too. But girl, hello, nice to meet me. I was doing this before I knew you. No shade.
Facts.
Like, girl, so, like I said, I don't have no beef with her. But I'm not staying off her to stay on mine. So, girl, let's play. I don't really care. It doesn't really faze me. But, girl, you want to play an algorithm game, girl? You want to wake it up? Let's go ahead and play games.
Because you definitely doing it. And you said, why did you make a statement? You said Tasha K, no one should take her course. Because you disagree with people taking her course.
I don't know why you still might do it. Would you take her course?
No, because again, her course, it don't make sense. She make it seem like shit. This doesn't make sense. $250 I'll show you on the community wall. That's not gonna bring viewership over there. That's a waste. $500. Now, if she say, hey, Wiley, I'll be on your show for 30 days, then why might send her $250 so I can make that money back having her on the show. But just sharing it on her community wall, that's not going to work. She just recently did a podcast, no offense, I'm not going to say no names of the blogger, and they did a broadcast about real estate. That video only got 2,000 views, and she shared on her community wall. It didn't get no...
She's been working with that African man for about 10 years.
Right.
That's her cousin, uncle, brother, somebody. Okay? But Wiley, my thing is this, and now I'm not even roasting and dragging. I'm just being like realistic. Tasha K's platform is dead. I know people on the outside look, she got 100,000. Tasha K influence is dead, okay? People, no matter, even if she's right or wrong in some cases, Tasha K is perceived as a liar that owes Cardi B $4 million. She's a joke, number one. Okay. Number two, you have 1,100,000 subscribers. The math is not mathing. For me to personally, you add all of that together, and we get it. Sometimes the algorithms, they act funny. So, sometimes the views don't add up to the subscribers because it happens to me too. I'm not even going to do that one. But at the same time, what are you really going to teach me? If you really pay attention to Tasha K, everybody that Tasha K has got in contact with, there becomes a problem. Either they fall out or they end up broke or in jail or in some type of legal drama. You got me, Storm, Bondi, whatever. There was a fallout. On the other side, there's Milagro Graham, Dio Whisperer, legal troubles, loss. Where's the success? The head of... She has a $4 million debt. What are you going to teach me? There's no success. Are you kidding me? Like, people, you see the lighting, you see my husband is. She's not going to teach you that. That's what you want to learn. She's going to teach you that. Because then that sets you at the right level. Because that's all. If I was to ever take her course, teach me how to set my studio up with the right overhead lighting, how to do the cameras, and how to build a team. She's not going to teach you that. She's not going to teach you that. So it's no point. Teach me how to register all of my stuff. You know what I mean? How to really build a brand from the ground, from the foundation. Do I need to get an LLC? Do I need to get an S corp? Do I need to get a C corp? What do I need to do? Teach me copyright. No, the only thing you could teach me, which you're probably not going to do, is how not to get sued. That needs to be lesson one. But she don't know that because everybody that she's attached to now is sued in law, or they've gotten restraining orders and violated, and they're locked up. Tasha K, it starts with you giving her money. I believe in energy. I'm not going to pay into a foundation that's in $4 million of debt because now I'm saying that's what I'm sowing my energy into. I want to be broke too. Absolutely not. I'd rather go play Kung Fu with Larry Reid and Conscious TV than pay Tasha K to be my mentor. Are you kidding me?
I agree, because Larry Reid paid his Kung Fu. Yeah, Larry Reid paid his mentor, Bishop Bernard Jordan, about $4 million, close to a couple of $1 million he gave him. So that if anybody want to take a course, that's something that, like, how do you build this multi-million-dollar enterprise? But Tasha, she have a lot of debt, and now she doing GoFundMe's and she doing all of that. And how did that make you feel when she did the GoFundMe? Because remember, it was a time when Tasha K said, "I'm not doing a GoFundMe. I don't ask my supporters to. I don't beg for donations. We do all this." Like, she was really saying that for years, and now she's singing a different tune.
Well, there was an audio that was leaked that she said that she did the GoFundMe out of spite. But her fans are so damn dumb, they don't even see that she be using them. And Tasha K's, here's the thing, and I got a couple more minutes because then I got to go because I got to go to the gym. But she's so miserable and she's so hurt. The thing is, she knows how to put on a good poker face online because, she knows that we're going to drag her. But she's freaking pissed. She's angry. She feels slighted. She's resentful. And she feels stupid. She's embarrassed. And that's why she doesn't like me. Because I thought we was getting to a place of calm and cool, but she's still so resentful and angry. There's never going to be a resolve because I tore her ass up. And rightfully so, because she's a big liar. Riley, you was on that live when she sat up there and lied like that on Spaces.
She did. She made it seem
and
like...
you didn't even say nothing. And you let her lie like that.
Yeah, I was outside, and so, but what can I do to fact check? She always lie, like she.
Because nobody else knew what was going on. I'm like, girl, come up here.
Okay.
And you let her lie like that. I'm like, why would you not say what really happened?
And I'm like, she do lie. She make it seem like, I gave you all this viewership. I gave you all this. I said, that's a lie. That is a lie.
Somebody said 10 years later, and you're still hating on Tasha K, talking about her. She lives everywhere, and she'll soon be on TV while you're hating.
Armon, I've already been on TV. Hold on.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Yeah, I've been on TV. But who do you think will be on TV first? Again, me or Tasha K? I bet you it'll be me.
Yep.
Does anybody want to put a bet in the chat? I got $1,000, bitch. Who want it? I promise you to be me first. You want a wage? Do you want a wage? Does anybody want to bet? And Wiley, I'm right.
You right. Yeah, that's a loser bet because you have already, your resume speaks for itself.
Well, actually, we're shooting the last episode today.
Congratulations.
So that's where I have to go.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm shooting the last episode today. So I don't have to be jealous of nobody, babe. My contract has been signed already.
You
have
every right.
Thanks. Just because I don't go announcing everything and telling everybody, I can't. I'm under contract.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. That's how you do it. I mean, you done a documentary, you done had news coverage, you was #1 commentator with the Diddy stuff. You opened doors for bloggers to get television coverage. Even let's go back, you even did a documentary, even got Milagro Grams on a documentary. So your resume speaks for itself. It speaks for itself. You had a whole exclusive contract. Well, now that's TV. You did that. She saw you moving and shaking in radio. Now she want to move and shaking in radio. Everything she's trying to do, you have already did it and done it.
I've already done it. I've been in a bigger radio market than Tasha K. I've been on a bigger television market than Tasha K. The biggest television thing Tasha K has done was Wild 'N Out. Are you kidding me? Hater? Are you dumb? You better go Google my resume. And the only write-ups she's had that are publications and any press that she does, this is why you guys are so stupid. So when I actually take when I roll out my, y'all probably want to go ahead and sign up for that because you guys are dumb. The reality is, you're looking at Tasha K even do these janky radio interviews, these podcasts. What are they talking to her about? Money that she owes? Being sued? That's her claim to fame? That's her rollout when she's going to promote? That's the only place she goes. I don't care if it's Baller Alert, iHeart, TMZ, anywhere. She's talking about the $4 million deficit. That's not a flex. You're famous for being dumb, getting sued and putting your family into debt. And you think I'm jealous of that? You think I'm jealous of having to put a GoFundMe up and sell my house that I lived in for a year? You think, listen, I get up and do what I want to do. I'm on the phone with Wiley. I'm going to go to the gym, get here, film my show, do another show, and get with my business meeting people and get going. I'm not finna overwork. And I live in Los Angeles. Rent is very high. Let's be very clear here. I'm not going out and be begging people, let me share this for $250, do this, and panhandling my platform just to buy some brand. I'm not jealous of Tasha K. For what? She don't have nothing that I want. I would never want to switch positions with her. She could never be, she is worldwide known as the person that has lost the lawsuit in Cardi B $4 million. Forever. Forever. Are you? Somebody said, I wish Black creators would come together. Truly, listen, you guys should start saying that to her when she mentions me in her interviews that are supposed to be about somebody else. You should say that to her when I try to make peace and she tries to drag it. Wiley, am I right or wrong?
No, you're right.
I didn't have was talking about me in the Michelle ATL interview until I seen your video.
Yep, she did. And she do this because she want people to dish you and she can add on to pile on. She did it with Milagro Grams. And she feels the type of way. Of course,
and where's Milagro Grams now?
In that, and fighting Peel.
Not even the debt. You don't even see her here from. Did she still do content?
Yeah, she just now got back into the groove. It took her a while. You know, she's going through it. And then she take pictures and of her I
don't even see her digital imprint anymore. The last thing I seen was her because she thought I got the Hot 97 and she vanished.
And then she said, I was crying, I'm hurt. Why did he get the opportunity? And that's not even speaking about the Hot 97, the low viewership. I said, wow, that's worse than the previous people that they had hired. I was just on Hot. I'm gonna do a full breakdown of that, you guys, with this new host that they got. Low viewership is worse than the previous host that they had on there. The ratings, according to the
I just think it's hilarious how people love to throw out jealousy, and it's like, have you ever thought maybe Tasha K is jealous of me?
She is.
I got freedom.
Ain't no maybe. She is. It shows in her actions.
it's just so interesting to me how everybody thinks I need to be jealous. What am I jealous of? Her number of subscribers? Because what has she done? Out of everybody, if you really want to get into this black tea sector and this, that, and the third, and I have on the grand scheme of things, and this is no shade to nobody, I have
Arman, you was breaking up a little bit.
influential of all.
Yeah.
It's no shade. It's my imprint outside of YouTube is more than all of them.
Absolutely.
So what do I need to be jealous of any hoe for?
Absolutely.
I haven't seen nobody doing what I've done that's bigger than me.
Just like the guy on Joe Budden podcast said, nobody can do it like you. You're the best in what you do in this sector.
So what do I need to be jealous? I'm the smallest in numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And girl, I have carried nationwide. Single-handedly had the girls flying out, booking trips to the Diddy shit every week. People were just creating YouTube channels to become reporters because they saw me there. It got to a point where I had to go and file a restraining order because I started getting stalkers. And you think I'm jealous of somebody? These people attached to me. It's no shade.
Absolutely. I'm with you when you're right. And you have...
It's no shade. Like, girl, no shade, I've had to go file whole police reports on people. And continuously having to file police reports because they think that they can get around the system.
Again,
you know what I'm saying?
I agree 1,000%. And even with Milagro case, you brought so much eyeballs to that case. Before you went, it was dry.
Nobody was talking about that dry ass case until I got there, Wiley.
Absolutely. I'm with you. I saw it. Your people said, we want you there. They sent their donation. You went there and you brought the entertainment factor to that case. You brought the talent.
First of all, and I don't care what nobody say, even cases that I don't go to, Candy Burris just did an interview and said bloggers were logging in to her Zoom court case trying to report back the tea. Where do you think they got that from? Everybody's trying to have an Armon Wiggins Diddy moment.
Facts. Armon
Wiggins, Megan Thee Stallion, and Tory Lanez. Everybody's now trying to be at the courthouses now.
Facts. Everybody. Uh-huh.
Everybody. And guess what? I'm not worried about it. If I was jealous, I'd have been running out, trying to be the first one at every courthouse, run out. You see how I do? I know it's nobody. It's nobody. I'm not worried about my storytelling, my talent. It will speak for itself. I'm not threatened by no one in the space because, Wiley, we were doing this in 2016 before I was getting on even YouTube. Absolutely. You was telling me to get on YouTube. I didn't care.
Yeah, you was definitely doing major numbers on Facebook. Absolutely. You was having people get mad at you on Facebook. And you was considered monetized before that whole thing went popular. You had commercials playing in the live. You go on commercial break. That was like the beginning stages of like Facebook and their monetization. So again,
and let's be clear. This has always happened to me. Tasha K tried to bring up Jacob Kohiner. You remember what happened with that?
Absolutely.
Why don't you tell the people what happened with that?
Absolutely. He was definitely making a coin, didn't pay you a dime, didn't want to give you credit or your social media. Then he tried to make it seem like you was the bottom of the barrel.
It's important to know you all did not understand the concept of YouTube yet.
Absolutely.
So we didn't know when he was pulling my videos down off of my Facebook and uploading them on his YouTube, he was making money. I didn't understand copyright.
No.
And then you had me go on your show to be talent, and because you knew how to produce and edit, right? I had no idea that the whole thing is because my storyline was what it was true. Like I was coming up as a, independent media, and he tried to embarrass me because I didn't really have the resources or money. at that time. And so he had a bunch of these old Atlanta queens up there, like kind of laughing and playing in my face. Because I thought I was going to be something in media. And my, how the tables have turned.
The tables have turned. Absolutely.
So, you know, and where's your girlfriend, Justin J? Fat, stinking somewhere.
Doing lives, doing their videos, and doing. He's doing more lives now.
Block. I surpassed her. She had a 10-year head start on me on YouTube. Girl, I ain't seen that lady nowhere. Flop. She's still mad at the world because of her own situation that she put herself in. I'm sure. Flop, sloppy. Next. Yeah, this. I don't give a damn though. I'm getting ready to go to the gym, so now I'm hearing. Why what? There.
I'm hearing. I hear your point. And speaking about Justice J and all those people you have surpassed.
That fat nasty hair came for me.
You was breaking up a little bit, Armon. I don't know if you can hear. You was breaking up a little bit.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Go ahead. I can hear you now.
That fat nasty heifer came for me. Huh?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes, I hear you.
Okay, yes, that fat nasty heifer came for me when I was on Facebook. She has 65,000 stinking ass followers. And Wiley, you said she's dragging you in this dirty V-neck. I said, who is this?
Yes.
And then guess what I always do? Arman's track record is the same. I tried to make peace with her too. It didn't work. I always try to make peace with these people. They don't want peace with me.
Yeah. Especially when they're not confident in their spot and think that you're going to take their spot, not knowing that everybody can eat. So, yeah. You did try to make peace with Justice J, and he didn't want it. He refused it.
He didn't want it. Because my thing is, I don't even know you to beef with you.
Facts.
You fat, decrepit scum. But either way, she's not even relevant in 2026. How the tables have turned.
You are definitely leading in this black tea sector. And
I'm not even trying to be leading. I'm trying to figure out, I'm just trying to do me. But I'm just saying, don't push me to have to say what it is.
And then,
you get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because I'm not even trying to lead or be better than or any of that. I just know what it is.
And you're doing it without having 1 million subscribers. A lot of people think you need 1 million subscribers to make things work. No, you have more influence than people with 1 million subscribers.
Absolutely.
So you don't need 1 million subscribers to have heavy influence. When you bring up Tasha and Arman, the influence, just that conversation, and if you're not jealous or hater, you have to give it to Arman Wiggins. His resume and what the impact that you did in a short amount of time that you did it, you have to give it to. And you're doing it without having a team of, she got a nanny. She got her friends with her. She got assistants and all. She got.
Wiley, I want to tell you something. The reason why you're good, because sometimes you don't be making sense of how you but you're funny. You know what I'm saying? You have a perspective and a point of view still, and you remember things and you break things down. Right?
Absolutely.
I'm good. Like, you're a good storyteller, like me. Now you might embellish, but the Kung Fu line had me out.
But that's the truth. That Kung Fu line, that is the truth. Bitch, I didn't make that up. I was watching Women Quake. He said
Kung Fu is crazy.
They was doing Kung Fu in the bed, and the dude got on top of him. He was in the bed. That actually happened. I didn't make that up.
This man talking about they playing Kung Fu with two big old men in the bed. Kung Fu is crazy. You hear me? I want some Kung Fu this weekend. Okay?
Oh, Lord.
Now, what I'm saying is, though, if you really dig deep down, and you can look at all your favorite content creators, whoever, pick somebody, and just start. Don't look at the numbers. Don't look at the views. Look at, if they're your favorite, understand why they're your favorite. And you'll understand this. I am not competing with Tasha K because Tasha K cannot tell a story better than me. That's my secret weapon. I am the best at that, in my opinion. I feel like my storytelling doesn't matter if I'm doing a story time, doesn't matter if I'm doing a vlog, it doesn't matter if I'm giving you the tea. I know how to tell a story, and my imagination is crazy. So there's that. Tasha K, what makes me good and separates me from Tasha K, why she's not my competition, or a lot of these other girls. Some of these people are just boring, number one. But Tasha K, she really doesn't have a perspective. It's just, I'm going to spill tea. So there's really no depth. There's no story. It all comes from, I'm going to expose you, but I'm just telling everybody your business. I'm just dropping, hey, I'm going to tell everybody, like, I'm not really giving you any, like, flair. There's no color to it except I'm angry, and here it is. You'll throw in a joke. You'll tell a story behind it. You'll break down the history of Tasha K's life, and it comes from a place where this person upset me, and I'm telling them off. And so it's like, girl, you don't really even have a point of view. Why do you feel this way? What makes you think this way? Why? Like, what? We get the tension point, but what's the overarching theme? Like, what is the reason? Why are we here? What are your thoughts behind this? Why do you feel the way that you feel? Why are you so passionate about it? Like, what's the story here? Where's the breakdown? She doesn't give you any of that. All she does is give you the mess. That's it.
Absolutely.
If you really get into her, all she does is tell people's business. But there's not a real, like, I don't know, like, you just got to really get into it.
And she's not known for, like, her opinions. You're known for your opinions and shifting the culture. She's known just exposing a celebrity.
Yes.
And okay, but your opinion.
So guess where the true power is?
Absolutely.
I can get online with no thumbnail and still get 80,000 views.
Facts.
Because people want to hear, what did I think? See, The difference between me and Tasha K has to break the story. I don't have to break the story, but they come to me and I can get the same amount of views or somewhere near close because, okay, here's the difference. Tasha K would have to break a story on Nicki Minaj to get 1 million views. I don't.
No.
I can give my opinion and get the same 1 million views off the story that Tasha K broke about Nicki. I don't have to put myself in the gutter to break. I put myself in a position to where I will critically think. I'll give my opinion. I'll do a breakdown. She has to break a story. She has to put news out.
Right, and then
people don't care what she thinks.
Right, and all her.
This is why Joe Budden is so powerful. He doesn't break a single story. But you care about what he thinks. Wendy Williams wasn't breaking stories when she got on TV. But every time a story broke, you wanted to know, what does Wendy think? There's the power.
Absolutely. And she kept saying, I don't need celebrities to give you. Yes, you do. Like, even let's go to her show, you guys. Remember, she did her live show and she said she's doing comedy. All it was her doing commentary on a projector with celebrities, talking about celebrities. It wasn't like Monique or like Steve Harvey or Bernie Mac doing just having jokes. She was just doing regular commentary, and it wasn't funny.
I saw that. I'm like, so this was the comedy show? This was ass.
That's what it was.
It was, and I wasn't even hating on her. Like, I was like, oh, okay, so she's not really doing comedy. She's just talking about people, like, in the same celebrity drama way, But
she sold it like she on stage for an hour just telling jokes like she just hilarious. Or like Simone. Because I love your breakdown that Tasha K thinks she's Simone. You said that. No, she can't break stories anymore because people are not sending her information like that. She just makes stuff up, or she go to Lipstick Alley and see what they're posting and then make it seem like she's breaking this story. That's what she's doing. or she ambulance chaser like with the Boosie situation. Armon don't need to interview Boosie, accuse her. He can just talk about it and give his thought, and it shakes the culture. And in some cases,
and
it get more.
That's why she's mad.
That's why. Yes.
Listen. I could get Cardi B mad off of a single tweet.
Absolutely.
But mind you, it's not an exposing tweet. It's not a dragging tweet. It's a tweet of me asking a question. Do people like Cardi B for Cardi B, or
they like her to spite
Nicki? Like her when they don't like Nicki Minaj? 1 million views.
And 1 million views, and Cardi seen that, and she went on a whole rant. And then
I had the whole continent of Africa calling themselves uppity Africans. To this day, you can type in uppity African on Africa and on Twitter. Sure, there's going to be 100 or more Twitter names called uppity Africans. Who did that? Who?
You did that.
I did that. Ain't nobody moved culture like that. The only culture Tasha K has moved has been a detriment to YouTubers and content creators across the board, because now the only contribution she's added was everybody's ready to sue us. Facts. That's what Tasha K has done for our culture.
Facts.
Everybody's ready to sue now.
Send shockwaves to these celebrities to say, file lawsuits. If you got the time and resources like Cardi, she gave you the blueprint how to shut a blogger down to not talk about it. And she can't even talk about Cardi B per the agreement. That is what she brought to the culture. And then also too, I'll never forget it, you was on Clubhouse, and that person said, no, I'm not gonna tell my clients to go to YouTubers because of Tasha K, because you YouTubers are like Tasha K, and like they grouped us because of what Tasha K did and gave YouTubers a bad name. That's why YouTubers have a hard time booking talent on their show, because of the damage that Tasha K have caused.
Absolutely. All because she was selfish.
Facts.
Yeah, that's what it is. I'm telling you what it is. And so everybody that has worked with Tasha K, from Storm to Bonnie to everybody, it's just something always happening. I didn't expect her and Bonnie to fall out. I thought that was going to work. But that can even work.
And then and this is the thing with Tasha, you have to understand, you may do something that they disagree with, and Bonnie gave her opinion, and I said, oh, Tasha K ain't gonna like that. I remember when I used to give my opinions and disagree with her, especially about gay people and stuff. Like, we had a topic, and I knew it was in a relationship. I said women can sleep with a woman and then go with a man, and they can still consider themselves as straight. We respect that, but a man sleep with another man, he automatically gay. And she said, no, it's a different. That ain't the same thing. I said, it is. Why is it different for a woman to say that and not a man? She was mad. I was getting her together on the app, and guess what? A couple weeks after that, I was banned and blocked.
Well, they say on that app, once you get in, you in for life, because you can't. They keep taking your money.
That bitch, she blocked me and baby, and I can't even like. That's exactly what she did. She showed it.
Are you still paying?
No, man, that's gone. No paying. They took me off that app. She was mad because she used to do StreamYard on the app. This before she did the Zoom, and we had a conversation. She was mad. And then the next time I went on there, she had Chelsea drag me.
But then remember, even when she had the app, she used to try to get you on there to harass me.
Absolutely, and I didn't take the bait. And I remember we was on Clubhouse. She said, yeah, Wiley, you know about his dad. Tell me. Don't get quiet now, N-word. I'm like, no, like, that's not it. That's not the case.
First of all, can we just be honest about that? Yeah. That whole thing, when they were trying to say to my dad, Marley, that wasn't even my dad.
That wasn't even your dad. No. And Tasha K called me. Are you sure, Wiley, that's not his dad? Are you sure? Like, ma'am, yeah, that's not his dad. Like, when you see our father, he looked just like our body. Like, that is total, like, that's not all right. I'm like, it's like Tasha K was like upset. She really wanted that man to be your dad. I said, that's dangerous.
But I let it be my dad, because girl, y'all don't need to harass my dad. So
yeah,
your dad. Like, girl, I don't know that man. So girl, that wasn't bothering me.
No,
I don't have those kind of issues. So,
no,
like,
she tried. Yeah, she did. She tried. She was like, that was
never my dad. So we just let that one rock.
Are you sure that's not your dad? Are you sure that's not his dad? She tried that.
Stupid. That wasn't even my damn dad, you idiot.
And they really thought they had something, child. But that'll let you know you have the culture. Even on X, You move that culture on X. And remember, Tasha started following. What did she start doing? Spaces. And you couldn't do it. She couldn't beat. You built a solid foundation on X.
Let me tell you a couple things that I know that I'm good at.
Okay.
Like female rap stuff, people are not going to beat me in that. You might can come there that, Tasha K came to X, whatever. Piece of Tails tried to do it at the Diddy trial. She got her moment. But girl, I still wasn't wavered by none of them.
No. It didn't.
Piece of Tails didn't waver me. I didn't feel nervous.
No.
And she was on some BS. She started hating.
And remember, I'm gonna say this. I don't know if you could say it. She started going live outside at the car. Didn't even wait to get into her Airbnb or hotel. That's how Armon Wiggins had these people so nervous. Armon didn't shake. He went to that Airbnb and kept the same formula.
Piece of Tails would jump out of the middle of the game. She would. I sat next to her a couple times. So let me see what she write down. Piece of Tails would even take full notes, and she would write 2-3 lines and jump out in the middle of the court and go outside like she had all this exclusive information. But I didn't care. But she was getting all those. She was making money. People were like, "Oh, you're nothing." Because at the end of the day, bigger, right? From all that coverage. And she got the documentary and all that. But guess what? All that stuff that and I don't have no problem with her, but the facts are the facts. And Piece of Tails really was on some BS. She went out and did all of that, all for her to be completely wrong.
And she didn't care. Wrong. She wanted the clicks and views because they seen the impact. Now, mind you, she didn't show up on the first day. Armon showed up
first. She walked up to me and said she watched my live video and came and studied what I said and came down there. That's what she did. They all did that. The only person that was there was Rotten Mangoes. That's it. Everybody else you seen after, Big Dog was there first.
You're right. I mean, they took flights. It's just like they took flights again. Oh man.
It's no shade.
Oh man, you did, and you did not let that dim your light. You didn't get nervous.
And guess what? I didn't run out and try to compete with them and try to go live in the middle thing. I kept my formula.
Yes, you did.
I kept my formula, boo. And that's what it is. And so even when it comes to Tasha K, Wiley, I'm not worried about it. She don't move me. Tasha K does not no creator moves me because I'm going to still keep. First of all, I have to. This is my job, so I can't be threatened or intimidated by nobody on here. That's why when people say, "Oh, well, he doesn't want me to grow and he's trying to silence me," I don't care about you. Y'all are over here competing with me. That's why I have to restrain you.
Yeah. And what people should do is you do offer a blueprint. Just study your platform and do it your own way. One thing that I learned from you is being consistent, and learn what equipment to get and all of that, and just being consistent and stay in your lane. Do what you do best, and you will find a way. Like one thing I love about you, you have your own identity, you have your own form, you have your own brand, and you built it. But the word, I will never forget it. You looked at Tasha K camera. She didn't tell you, but you Googled it and purchased that camera. And you shared that to us. You was like, she didn't even teach me how to do it. You studied on your own, and she did.
You remember that, Wiley? Yeah. That's important that you remember that because to try to make it seem like she helped me. No. But this woman wouldn't even tell me. I was using a webcam. Mm-hmm. And let's be clear. I was on a webcam, and it was grainy video footage. Nene leaks on the line. Boom. Out the gate. That's how I was coming. That's why me and Michelle fell out, because Michelle gagged. This nigga got Nene on the phone. I ain't never had a Nene interview. Yes.
And then Nene said, Michelle, I would never forget because I was watching. Yeah, Michelle said you were live and sent me the link to your live. And you had her son, baby mama on there. Then she sent you his doodoo stain draws. And then Nene went to Michelle's show after that. Yeah, I remember that. You did that and you didn't even have 100,000 subscribers.
None.
So I remember that. I was just like,
so my point is this: I'm on a webcam.
You did it,
Tasha K. You supposed to be mentoring me, but you won't even tell me what kind of camera I should purchase. Come on, man.
She sent me a camera out of spite, and then when I wasn't doing what she was doing, because she told, this is the thing, Tasha K showed her true colors. She said, Wiley, you is provoking Armon Wiggins and make him go weird by putting my name and his name in the same title. Don't put my name and his name in the same title. Like, why are you trying to tell me what to do? Like, I was talking about y'all both because.
So now that we're here, this is what it is. This is Tasha K's thing. And see, I don't like saying these things because it makes it feel like I'm undermining other people. So maybe I won't say any names because I don't want other people in me talk trash to Tasha K to take this as a slight to them, because it's not. But I'll say this, then I gotta go.
Okay.
Tasha K, she was doing that because she didn't want people to see me as her peer and as her equal. So when you put me in a title with her, it made her, to the eyes of her, it made her feel like they think that he's on my level. So even if you fast forward today, she will say certain other content creators' names, but she won't say mine because in her mind, she feels like I'm not going to validate you to think that you're my equal. Facts. But in all actuality, the people's name that you're saying, they're not your equal. Absolutely. If anybody can go toe-to-toe with you, it's the nigga whose name you're not saying. And that's why you're not saying my name.
That's the truth. You're not lying. That's facts.
The realty.
That's facts.
You're saying people's names that you don't feel threatened by. You try to give this, you're bigger than me still when you already know that, girl, everybody that you mentioned, I'm bigger than them. So, girl, and quiet as this cat, girl, you're not just bigger than me. You're just dumber than me and have more subscribers. But girl, our digital influence, you ain't been in bigger markets than me and done more than me. I've been in news for controversy too. World news. That baby oil stuff took me, girl, crazy. So Tasha K, you're not just, niggas know me just like they know you. Period. It is what it is, girl. And guess what? I didn't need you to help me get there.
Yeah.
So, it is what it is.
And she just gets so mad. And he said, Tasha, he said he want to be famous. Who talks like that?
He did Now That TV. I did Now That TV. They actually called me for Now That TV first. They were just playing too much for my contract and I paid it. And I ended up doing the Suki Hana interview and that got a placement on VH1, Love and Hip Hop. You ain't seen niggas getting that. Tasha K, you don't even have that. Like, she had a placement on Real Housewives. What I'm saying is, girl, everything that you've done at this point, Tasha K, I've done it.
Yes. Oh, you done it on a higher scale. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I'm not worried about her, girl.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm not worried about it. Girl, I've been on TMZ, the Daily Mail, People, Vanity Fair, magazine, everything.
You've been on news stations? Yes, absolutely.
Tubi,
absolutely.
VH1, Viacom, all that.
HBO.
And I've been in bigger radio markets than her.
Absolutely, because Angela is the second most watched in the market, is behind the Breakfast Club.
And the number one radio market in the country, New York City.
Absolutely.
So Tasha K still hasn't been on a bigger radio show in a bigger market than me.
Absolutely. Because she really want to be on the Breakfast Club. They have never called her up there for an interview.
And I had a talk show on Fox Soul.
Yes, you did. And then she tried to copy your idea by bringing content creators on there and then tried to pay them, was paying them aside, didn't make her money back, it was low ratings. She was at just to compete with TGIF. And that lasted for a couple of weeks because she couldn't afford to keep them hosts. I remember. Listen, you guys, I remember that she had a 3-panel show. It was Tasha, blogger, 2 women and a man on there, and she was trying to have rotate panels and stuff like that because she was trying to compete. Because she saw, now mind you, TGIF was out way before you got on. She didn't do no panel, but as soon as you got up on there, she announced, "I'm doing me a panel show, bringing bloggers on there and stuff like that." Yeah, they get for the show. The same thing with the talent show. the talent show, no offense, she was bringing content creators to judge. She didn't make no money on low viewership because those people don't want to see no talent show. You are known for next.
Mind you, I had a music show way before
Way before that, you had a music show and you would showcase, interview artists, and play music and stuff like. Way before that, and she tried to do that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. Like she ain't just. I don't care. That's why I said when these people start saying I'm jealous of, I'll be like, girl, I don't care about nothing that you're talking about, girl. I'm not worried about that lady. Babe, nope. I did look up to that lady in the beginning, but what I didn't know, I didn't realize my own value. She saw the value and saw me as a competitor when I saw her as a mentor.
Absolutely. But you know now.
I know now.
Yeah.
But, she's not the first one.
No. It's others which will remain nameless, came to you, saw your talent, but then tried to control you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, yeah.
And tried to compete with me.
Yes. People came into your chat, donated $500, kept donating because they were trying to get your juice and your formula, and didn't want to work with you, didn't want to change up, and don't want to pay you and all that. Hey.
Then you try to make you being difficult to work and this kind of thing, because then you want people to respect you. Because at the end of the day, girl, you want me over because I provide something. Everybody tries to act like they give you this big handout, but you're not giving me no handout.
You work for it. You are the talent.
You feel me? So, for all the content creators out there, don't let them play with you. You know what I'm saying? But we got something coming for the content creators very soon.
Absolutely.
Riley, I'm going to get out of here and go to the gym.
Okay.
I got to set time at 12. Okay, bye.
All right, bye-bye. Y'all heard it there. Arman Wiggins came on the show and he gave his point of view. Ain't that something? Thank y'all so much. Do anybody want to call in? Let me break that down for that way. Ooh, child, swing low, sweet chariot, coming forward to carry me home. Let me break that down. Give me a second. Arman came on. Thumbs up, and share this live. Thumbs up, share this live. Thank you all so very much. Thumbs up, and share. Okay? Let's put the number. Anybody want to call in? That's why I'm glad we did not end the live. That's what's good to do lengthy live, because you never know who's going to call into the Wiley show. Yeah. Yeah. He said that. And I'm with him when he's right. And it was another YouTube. Y'all remember Jason Lee? I remember when Jason Lee went on Arman's show. He was sitting at $250, $500 super chat, because Jason had a show. And the show he had, oh, wait, we got a caller. Hey, you live on the Wiley Show.
Well, I can't stay long, but I want to say great conversation. And I want to say it was nothing but facts. I love the genuine relationship that you and Armon Wiggins have now. I'm here for it. I love it. And continue doing you. Good thing you didn't hang up. And good thing I called in so you didn't hang up.
Okay, that's why the call-ins matter.
The Wally Show, and shout out to Armon Wiggins.
Yes, that's why
jump back in the bushes.
Thank you, bro. That's why the call-in matters. Thank you so very much. That's why the call-in matter. When you call it extend the show. Because if I do a show for 2 hours, now I want y'all thoughts, because you never know who else gonna call in. And that's what I like Icon, because Icon was still on the phone. If he ain't working, he got the time, he can stay on the phone for a whole hour. And what did that do? That extend the show longer. And then you have another person call in, or mine called in. Because I originally planned the show just to be like, at best, an hour. I was going to talk about Larry Reid for about 30 minutes, Bishop Bernard Jordan Kung Fu fight in the bed for 30 minutes, and then talk about Arman Wiggins for the 30 minutes, Arman Wiggins and Tasha K for 30 minutes, and then the show will be done. But when I open up the phone lines, it can extend the show probably to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours. You know what I'm saying? So put it in your mindset to say, you know what, I'm going to call into the Wiley Show, give my input, and talk about that as well. Not only that, we don't even end the broadcast when I upload shorts. I do the short while I'm live so I can keep the show going, because I don't have a team of people yet. One day we will have it where I could upload, do a show. They just up and I just tape it and they share it everywhere. I don't have that yet, so I have to do everything manually. I'm doing everything manually. But I do appreciate Arman for coming on and giving an exclusive. But yes, Tasha have lied on Arman Wiggins. She said, I got you all these subscribers. I got you all these subscribers. And you was on it. And I, no, you didn't. Arman Wiggins' work ethic got him those subscribers and more in viewership. Arman Wiggins' audience is trained to show up and they're hungry for his opinion. Arman is known for his opinion. He don't even have to have, every YouTuber can do this. He don't have to have a thumbnail. They are known for his opinion. He's known for his opinion. He's not known, oh, see that story that he broke? It could be like, did you hear what Arman Wiggins said about Tasha? Did you hear what Arman Wiggins said about Nicki? Did you hear what Arman Wiggins said about Cardi? Did you hear what Arman Wiggins said about Doja Cat? That's the difference. That's the difference. I'm just giving my point of view. So that is the difference. And yes, I'm going to reiterate, when he went to that trial, when nobody was done that Diddy trial, I'm talking about YouTube content creators. Once Arman went there, the 24 hours later, it was bloggers all over the internet. Came to New York to cover that Diddy trial. Came to New York to cover that Diddy trial. People love his commentary. Are we being real? So those are the facts. Little black boy, you're beautiful. Little black girl, you are enough. When times get hard, always remember to put God first. I will talk to y'all later. Thank y'all for y'all support. If you want to be notified when I go live, text me at, I'm put the number on the screen here, 773-641-8742. You want to send an Apple Pay, send it to that number as well. 773-641-8742. If you want to donate to the Cash App $Wiley Show 1990. That is the Cash App. And we want to thank you for your massive support. Also, I will put on here, if anybody want to get the items off the wish list, you can do that as well. And it will be greatly appreciated. Let me send y'all the wish list in the chat. And also, I will share it on the community wall as well. For those that are here, make sure y'all catch it and watch it in the replay as well. We definitely need your help so we can get the quality up on here. But yes, thank you so very much. Let me send it in here. They say you can't deny his talent. Amen to that. You can't deny his talent. Amen to that. So you can definitely hit that. Want to thank everybody for sending the Cash Apps and for the Super Chats. Thank you so very much. Again, this is it. Little black boy, you're beautiful. Little black girl, you're enough. When times get hard, always remember to put God first. Talk to y'all later. Peace.